It's day 4, the Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings, the Canadian curling trials from the MTS Center here in Winnipeg. Let's get you caught up on what happened this morning. The women playing 2 draws, later tonight again. Now this morning, Jennifer Jones from the St. Vital here in Winnipeg, Stephanie Lawton from the Natana Curling Club, Saskatoon, and Jones really does now have it together. Despite losing to Val Sweeting, she gets 3 and 7 and goes on to beat Lawton and put her on top of the standings. Other scores from the morning draw included Chelsea Carey from the Fort Rouge here in Winnipeg, keeping herself alive. Rachel Holman has been a so-so team, but she picks up a win right now to go above 500 with a win over Heather Nedwin. And Sherry Madaw beats that gal Val Sweeting. She got 3 in 10 to win it. So there you see Jennifer Jones, top of the table, followed by Carey and Holman. All those teams at 3 losses. They're in the must-win situation as we go down the stretch. Now, so many people still talking about last evening in the game between Glenn Howard and Kevin Martin. It really was Glenn Howard's game. He controlled it through 8. Then a messy 9th. He gave up 4, and then in 10, he couldn't make the shot. He calls it the worst loss of his life. Doesn't care whether you're playing for a Christmas turkey or going to the Olympics, the worst loss of his life. So now we have Brad Jacobs, Kevin Martin sitting at top at 4-0, followed by John Morris, Mike McEwen. Look at him from here in Winnipeg, now at 2-2. Same situation. If you are at 3 losses, you must win out and then hope someone comes back alongside. As on this Wednesday afternoon, we say hello, Canada. Welcome back to our continuing coverage, the Roar of the Rings from Winnipeg. So it's the men on the ice this afternoon, and here are the games, and we will feature, of course, the leaders. Jacobs with Morris currently alone in second place. Glenn Howard tries to keep himself alive as he goes against Winnipeg's McEwen. And it is Cooey now out of it against Stoughton, trying to avoid a 4th loss. And Kevin Martin, yesterday, boy, the wind blew the luck in his direction, didn't it? Twice as he came from behind to beat Cooey. And then, of course, Howard last night. Linda Russ alongside. You know, we talk about these 2 teams we're going to watch today, and Jacobs and Morris. You know, 2 weeks ago, a little more, they were the last 2 to qualify for this event. That was pressure enough, but now they're handling the pressure here.
Well, and the momentum those 2 teams have coming into this. Kitchener was exactly what the Jacobs team needed. Some teams methodically prepare, throw rocks. Jacobs needs games, and he thrives on the win, the emotion that comes with that. Now, occasionally, the team lives on the edge of emotional control, occasionally too intense. I think they found the perfect balance here. They get excited about shots, but then they calm down and get back to business.
We have to remember, of course, the big story in the spring was John Morris leaving Kevin Martin and now skipping this Jim Cotter team. But remember now that, you know, Morris is a 2-time Canadian world champion as a junior skipped at the trials in 05. He seems to have found his skipping ability again very quickly.
And as Linda said, momentum. John Morris's nickname is Johnny Mo, and that stands for momentum, and he's turned this young team around. Jimmy Cotter's always been a great thrower, but he's never had a team like this. When Johnny gave him the call, there was a lot of momentum immediately, and John's a born leader. Like you said, he skipped forever. Everybody thinks it's just a 3rd for Kevin Martin. This guy has got the team on his back. He's the coach. He's inspirational. He's a good ice reader, and he's got them playing at the top of their game.
So we're going to see 2 of the finest young teams in our country. Brad Jacobs, reigning Canadian champion, goes against the Vancouver gold medal winner, John Morris.
The pre-trials was a great test for us. We had a lot of tough games. You know, we don't try to do things the hard way, but for now it's working. So, you know, we'll try to run with it a bit, but hopefully, you know, in the future we can make things a little easier on ourselves.
That was one of our biggest events of the year, the pre-trials there, and we've only been together for 3 months, so to be able to put something together in 3 months, and we're starting to really feel good as a team, and I really like our chances.
The 2013 Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings is brought to you by Tim Hortons. Always fresh, always great tasting coffee.
Brad Jacobs, 4 straight wins. John Morris comes in with a record of 3-1. It's our feature on this Wednesday afternoon. Time to meet the teams now. And brought to you by Ford, proud partners with the Canadian Curling Association for 20 years. Team Jacobs, well, they come out of the Sioux Curlers Association. Sault Ste. Marie, the reigning Canadian champions, Ryan Harnden, E.J. Harnden, and Brian Fry at third. The John Morris team called the Vernon and Kelowna curling clubs their home, with Rick Sawatsky, Terrell Griffith, and Jim Cotter. Remember now, Morris skips, throws third stones. Cotter does throw the fourth stone. So as you watch it at home, those here at the MTS Center on a snowy day in Winnipeg, watch it on the big screen. John Morris won the draw to the button, and so he will have the last rock here in this opening end of play, playing the yellow stones. And to get us going, the Brad Jacobs lead is Ryan Harnden playing red.
You know, we come into this event knowing these are all great teams, and it's interesting to see how they play, because I still, on Wednesday, after watching 3 days of play, think the teams that are being successful have found the right tactical balance. And these are two teams with a great example. They haven't shied away from offense, but they make sure they also can score. They don't get into too much trouble. You look at Cooey, Stoughton, and Howard, they've all given up 3 or 4 stolen ends, and these two teams haven't been in that situation.
And they both have the tools to get out of the trouble early, too, with that big weight ability to take out multiple rocks and open it up for their skippers. And no better skippers here than Brad Jacobs and Jimmy Cotter throwing fourth. They're making a lot of shots for their teams.
Well, as mentioned, people still talking about that game last night where Glenn Howard is in control and then gets himself into trouble and gives up the 4. You know, you and I, the 3 of us walking back to the hotel last night, any other scenario, every scenario we talked about, if Glenn doesn't throw his last one, he gives up 3. If he plays it wide open, the most he gives up is 2. And he ended up giving 4. You suggested during the broadcast or just in our talks that sometimes you think the better teams, the really good teams, curl with a little bit of an arrogance, that they think they can make everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they're so good. You have to have that confidence at any level. Look at Tiger Woods. He's going to take on any shot to Phil Mickelson. You have to be confident in the hack, but that can hurt you once in a while. And I think what happened last night, Martin missed 2 or 3 shots around corner guards. He got a lot straighter, and that's where Glenn got burnt with his last shot. And he'd love that one back in the 9th end.
So what are your thoughts, Linda, on this one as Jacobs battles Morris?
As I say, I think these two teams play a little more open, and it's working. For Brad Jacobs, he uses third, Ryan Fry, to open it up. Ryan's only thrown 19 draws out of his 76 shots. Lots of hits, keep some space. For John Morris, he keeps it open, but draws are the key. Both John Morris and Jim Cotter may be known as hitters, but right now they are good at the draw.
The game plan is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping families have better financial futures.
Now, we don't see this strategy very often, actually, to start the game, but I think this is a bit of an example where the center guard went up and John Morris went to the wings. That crowded space in the center line is what has gotten teams into trouble. So you don't always have to draw to the wings, but I don't think it really hurts to start the game.
It's a great idea. It really is. These front enders are so talented. If the Cotter team slips to the button and the other team, in this case Jacobs, welds one on, you can't score 2 points. You'd be lucky to score. So there's nothing wrong with this. Morris has the advantage of hammer. He's saying, you come to me, I'm not going to go to you. Unless you do that. Little roll out there, little overthrow. Keep an eye on the ice here. I thought it was getting what I call dished, a little bit more curl outside in on sheet D last night. Therefore, going around a corner guard was straightening out.
That is why it's a bit challenging, because teams like this are trying to avoid the race to the button and getting too congested. But if the corner guard game doesn't work quite as well, I think we saw Kevin Martin do it. Bring the corner guard in a little tighter to center. You can play it either way, wide side or from the center line around.
That's exactly what he did in the 9th end.
Yep. I think it might work.
Yeah, I hear you. Good idea.
Yep. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
Kathy Gauthier joining us as well, and everyone talks, Kathy, about what John Morris means to this team and his arrival just a few months ago.
Well, and Russ talked a lot about that in the opening, the kinds of skills that John brings. And I asked Jim Cotter before the game what he felt that he brought to the team. And he said a new think of curling. So he's played for great guys like Pat Ryan and Bobby Ursel before. But because of John's experience, not only with the Olympics, but the kinds of games that Kevin Martin has played, he feels that he's brought an extra dimension they didn't have. And out of all the players that Jim Cotter has played for, Johnny is the most effusive in his praise of him, and he's found that Jim Cotter's playing even better, and a good Jim Cotter is a great John Morris team.
Certainly seems to have taken the pressure of the skipping. Cotter always a terrific fourth stone thrower, but being a skip can always and sometimes, Linda, affect your throwing, correct?
Yeah, and what I really like about this team is John has found some passion, I think, in playing with these guys. Jim Cotter and the rest of the team are quiet, so John has enthused them, brought some real intensity that they sometimes need, but also they trust John.
Yes.
Put the broom down anywhere, John. We know you're great. We're just going to not think about the strategy, but think about the throw, which means a lot more shots are made.
Jim Cotter's a pure rock thrower, always has been, and I give him a ton of credit too, because John's come in and kind of retooled. He said, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. John's a type A, he's right into it, and Jimmy sits back and goes, yeah, how much weight do you want, and where do you want me to aim at it? And he's making a ton of shots.
Yep.
We can see from that last tap that the Morris team played how difficult it is. This stone is not buried, but that last tap did not move the rock far enough for the yellow one to be shot. This one is also half open, but it looks like with that little extra weight, it's tough to get the finish.
That back to your point about changing your strategy because of the ice conditions. Your strategy has to be played around what the ice will give you, and this shot in a lot of curling events is a simple one. It'll bust right in here and you hit it dead on, but Johnny's going to have a real tough time hitting and staying.
Back ring just through.
Toothpick takes me back to Eddie Wernick, doesn't it?
Wrench. Absolutely.
Eddie used to have that, or every once in a while put a piece of straw in his mouth.
John, coming from Ontario, would have grown up watching the wrench.
Absolutely.
Hard on this one, Rick. Clean.
Trying to break.
Whoa. No roll.
And the weight was just through weight, and that's what he throws.
That's a great stone. You see if you hit it on the high side, which is all that's available, you could jam it onto that back red Jacobs rock.
Hot. Yep. Whoa. Little up.
Oh, hack.
Can we roll to that one? Yep. High. Red, ours.
Brian Fry rolls to sit two. You know, as much as we talk about what John Morris has meant to the Cotter team, what Ryan Fry has brought in one short year to win a Canadian championship to Brad Jacobs.
I really liked last year at the last season at the Brier, because we know that the Jacobs team is good. They've been in the playoffs before, but Ryan Fry came with that determination of no matter what happens, no matter what the ice is like, the opponent throws at us, we're going to go for it. We're going to play our very best. And his determination filtered right down the lineup.
I like what you said yesterday to me, that he seems to just enjoy curling, the intense competition, the big games against the big teams, and he's just out there having fun. Here's a great curling delivery. He's got the broom on the ice, which not too many people do, but it keeps his shoulders square.
Clean.
Never. No roll. Yep.
Most of us learn to throw with the broom in the air so that your left arm, in this case, it would be up about a foot or so. That raises the left shoulder, drops your throwing arm. Then you can overextend. Johnny's really square at release. Well done.
Yeah. He knows that we got to come around.
Yeah.
Reminder again, it is the Morris team that does have the last rock. They have the hammer here in the first with 4th stone, skip stones to come.
And the red stone at the back is shot, so it's another come around. And Brad Jacobs is the #1 last rock thrower here. Big numbers, and his draws are at 90%. So once again, although his hits are 94, and we think of that as his style of game, he can make anything.
And I'm betting he makes this one because his out-turn hits are 99 for the week.
He's just showing us he can play it all.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
27, now 28 out-turn hits. He's 99.
Now he loses the shooter, and he gives the brush a little bit of a bang. This will allow Morris to get out of it. Would he be more upset with not holding the shooter, or does he making the double?
Yeah, I think he's trying to make the double the other way, and that would have saved the shooter. So he actually did miss that one.
By quite a bit, actually, as far as line goes. It's not something we expect from him.
Yeah. Well, Jim has to stay. These aren't easy in the first end. There's some fresh pebbles. Sometimes he'll grab a bit, curl an inch or two more. You roll out, and Jacobs goes right around that guard.
Kathy mentioned that Jim played with Pat Ryan in the trials of 2005, and then had a Brier with Bob Ursel. And then 2 Briers as a skip, and 2011, 2012. And the best he could do in both those was 4 and 7. And the ever-present baseball cap for Jim Cotter.
We saw some emotion from Brad, as you mentioned, Dick, about missing that shot, but he has parked it. Just, I think, struggling a little bit with the ice, maybe, because that one took off.
And spins out the back, and so it will be a free one for Jim Cotter.
You threw that perfect. That one was good.
It gives Jim a chance to throw in a spot he hasn't played. He's moved it in a bit from where the double was made by Jacobs. Get a read on a new spot. We'll just throw it away and turn around.
So final stone in 1 goes through, but it was the missed hit and stick by Brad Jacobs that allows Morris to get out of it, and he'll have the last rock again in 2.
The 2013 Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings is brought to you by M&M Meat Shops, frozen food at its best. By Capital One, what's in your wallet? And by Ford, proud partner of the Canadian Curling Association for 20 years.
An autograph session here at the MTS Center, and just a reminder, we are going to be in Montreal, Maurice Richard Arena. You'll get a chance to do what this young fan does so many. You'll get to meet all the great curlers. The Scotties Tournament of Hearts, curling.ca for tickets. Welcome back to the MTS Center on this Wednesday afternoon. The blank in the first means that John Morris will once again have the last rock here in 2, playing the Yellowstone.
Hard early. Just halfway, okay.
The plan is clear from John Morris. The guard was in position, and the tick was tried by John. It was only made a little bit, as in the rock was moved slightly, and the shooter rolled out of play, out at least out to the back of the house. You can see the Yellowstone back there.
Interesting call, isn't it? Tick in the second end. It's. You might get that from his father, who coaches the Rachel Holman team.
But look at the contrast. It's definite that Brad Jacobs doesn't want to play along. He just threw a second guard.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating now to see the dueling strategies out there.
Line only.
Look for the girl. Weight's pretty good. Lots of room.
No more tick. They're trying to come around.
No room. We got room.
Nice and quick today. There's lots of glide, hog line in.
Top 4.
It's a beauty here.
Oh, just let her die. Great shot, Swat. That boy.
Good shot.
Most teams will try to sweep that farther and get it farther in, and that's the worst thing you do, because Jacobs has no choice but to freeze. This allows Morris later and then to have more room to draw for two.
I think we have to do much.
How much?
Lots of line. 4 to T-line, at least.
It's got to come down.
We're about
Yep,
T.
yep,
It's trying.
yep.
It's trying.
Whoa! It's trying.
We're a T.
Yeah, okay.
Are we bouncing?
No, we're bouncing.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Trying to go by.
Yep.
Whoa! Okay.
Oh, those are quick.
Kathy, let's start our updates with Glenn Howard against Mike McEwen. And, of course, Howard is trying to shake off what happened last night.
Well, from his first shot, it certainly hasn't bothered Glenn, or he's playing much better today. I mean, a really nice double on his first one, and that's led to this opportunity for two. Needs full 12.
No back.
Shot stone there. You see it behind that center line guard. Sitting top of the 4-foot. Saville and Lang. Wayne Medard.
Whoing.
Whoa. Don't touch that, boys. And there's the two for Howard to take the early lead on Mike McEwen from the Fort Rouge Curling Club here in Winnipeg.
Just top button. Swat it, all you. No, line's good. Get ready.
Sir.
Oh, that's good. Oh. Perfect. Boy, Ty. Great shot, Ty, boy.
Shot, Ty.
Keeping you busy, this is Jeff Stoughton. Again, one of those teams, Kathy, at the 3 losses. Kevin Cooey at 4. Stoughton cannot afford another loss.
Well, he can't, and when he had the opportunity to split the house, he drew to the back so that Kevin Cooey couldn't make the double, but then as a result, when Kevin hit, he was shot, and that's why Jeff is playing the hit here on this shot for 2.
Back 4. Oh, clean. Oh. T.
So good starts by two teams that are desperate for wins. And again, you look at Kevin Cooey, a Canadian world champion from 2010, and winless. That's how difficult this field is.
No. Never. No, just no.
Okay, he's good.
Oh, great shot making.
Hey, is blasting it any good?
What's that?
Can you blast it?
I don't know if it goes. Gotta hit it pretty thin.
Okay.
I think we just want to do that for now. Just a couple more feet.
Yeah.
Back
4.
4.
Yeah. Back 4.
I was trying to rearrange them. The angle of the red-yellow right now means the red's not going to go very far. So trying to rearrange it, tap the yellow back.
And quickly telling you that John Epping from Donalda gets 1 with the last rock against Kevin Martin. Martin has the last rock in 2.
Back 8. Back 12.
Wow.
Get room.
It's close.
Terrell Griffith
Weight's good.
Clean.
throwing the second stones.
Where is it?
Back 8.
Whoa. Stay close. Yep. Give the
It's
angle.
all about the line. The speed doesn't matter. Get the angle he wants.
Hard.
Beauty. Great shot.
Great
Good
shot.
shot, Ty.
Beauty.
Nice, perfect.
Great shot.
You can't get
it
rocks and with proper angles without practicing it. You see,
bump
I've
it,
been to the Fort Rouge a couple of times, and the McEwen team will be out there, and there's 15 rocks in play in a practice game, and that's how you learn this.
Just
Now if
bump
that
it.
yellow goes onto the
Bump it a little
red,
bit.
all the reds are gone.
T-line weight, Fry.
Really nice angles for Johnny Moe.
Back 4. Clean.
Back 8.
Whoa.
Back 4. Back 8.
Ryan Fry.
Yep. Whoa. Back 8. Back 8. Whoa.
He said that normally Ryan Fry would be called upon to blast to try and open things up, get rid of those enemy rocks, but just the angles are so tough.
Yep.
It's cut off.
Oh, we're 1-3, eh?
Yeah, shot stone is Morris. That's the one center line, top 4. Second shot is that red rock that was just bumped to the back of the 4.
The key is we don't want to move this out there because then he can blast. Well, I guess we freeze, but
And
if
so
we just go
far,
here, it's perfect.
Okay.
The bumper is empty.
okay, I like that.
Nothing at a play.
So in this case, it is Brad Jacobs that got his wish because he's the one that put up the guards and forced this kind of play.
Kick that,
But
you know, kick it
little
maybe a
hit and
couple
roll, little
inches so you
tap,
can use it.
Yeah.
and those yellows are in
Just try to
a
make a
nice
straight
spot
roll,
for
Jeff.
John Morris.
Whether John's trying to roll right over to the left-hand yellow one or to cue it up on that back red. The back red at the
Throwing here, John.
8 o'clock position is second shot. That's the only rock that's hurting John Morris from possibly scoring a big count here.
I know he said he didn't want to punch the other yellow out into the open, so it's just a very short roll he's going for.
Heavy board. Heavy board.
Never. Never.
No. No. Okay.
Right.
John would like to
Sorry,
get
boys, a
that
little
inside roll there.
Morris with last rock.
Sorry, Jimmy.
Leave it right there, right?
Yeah.
Thinner the better.
Yeah, I think thinner the better.
Like, actually, real thin might be real good.
Yeah,
real
thin.
you might get them.
Okay. The key is if it
Gotta
stays
throw
in this
the end,
angle
eh?
and it goes under the reds. That's the key.
Well, John doesn't like the angles, but you're right. He's very good at them. So
Yeah,
you're not in better hands than with anybody other than John.
just overthrew that a tad. Pretty simple double here to stay on top.
Whoa!
The Harndons will take him in. Oh, and now that shooter will roll over to the edge of the 4. Shot rock is Morris, and he is back for center line.
Now, normally that up weight is the ticket
think
to
that
get
was
things out of trouble, but doesn't hit it correctly.
Curled for some reason.
You know, funny because the taps have gone nowhere.
That's right. John missed wide by about 6-7 inches and then a similar spot.
I didn't even think there was a hole there.
Not with Peel. I didn't think it was going to move.
This is a lost cause. We're
Yeah,
not
exactly.
gonna, that's not going to score,
Try and
right?
roll that one into here.
Yeah, leave
Roll
or shoot it
there.
right here.
I like that.
Okay. Oh,
Same weight.
Yeah, same weight.
There.
I love what Johnny said there. This one's a lost cause, this rock here. And what he meant by that is we can't try to save it. What they're going to do is come down, and it's all about rock positioning again. Get rid of this red one. Yes, it'll probably take that yellow out. But the key is when it's finished, there'll be a yellow here and a shooter here to kind of block that 4-foot path.
Horse. Whoa.
Never.
Close.
Hair less weight. Clean.
Close.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hard red. Hard red there.
They tapped the shot stone back, but they are sitting the 2, one on the edge and one top 8.
He expected it to curl. He kept saying yes, but it definitely didn't make that move. Not the move that Ryan Fry got.
Came up another inch into Bonanza.
Just gives an out here to Jacobs. That really spun. These rocks are so lively. I think the liveliest rocks I've ever seen.
Punched that yellow one out quite a bit in behind cover.
Yeah, that hurts.
Now, these rocks, they know these two teams of yours, don't they?
Yeah, they do. They do, but when they hit like that and they start to spin, they just go forever.
Yeah.
But you're right. Jacobs would know these rocks better than anybody. He used them at the Briar, he used them at the Worlds, and he used them at the pre-trials. They didn't introduce these rocks till late last season. Of course, Johnny came through pre-trials too, so they're probably the 2 best with these rocks.
I mentioned the wonderful numbers for both draws and hits for Brad, so it's not like he can't make this kind of quiet shot.
Back 8. Close. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Ryan Harndon
Whoa, guys.
on the left.
Take
EJ
back 4. Whoa.
on the right.
Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Yeah.
Trying to just slide that by. Boy, oh boy, did they wait, and it paid off.
Man, that made a left-hand turn.
That was scary.
Couldn't put a piece of paper between those two stones, but it got across the nose, and he got the inside flip. Oof.
That was a little close for comfort right there.
Seems to be quite a bit of room here, and then boom. Watch this turn.
Over curl the hair. Oh. Over curl the hair. There. Okay. I think that's.
Or we got this. I can make that.
Leave that for now.
Okay.
I think this, just heavy draw then.
Yeah, I don't think we can
I
get
think we
through
want to keep this one here, Jim.
John Epping out of Donalda scored one with the last rock. Again, 3 losses, trying to keep himself alive. Final stone on the way. Kevin Martin undefeated. Kathy?
Well, John Epping's final stone was playing an easy weight hit on top of a frozen Martin stone, hoping to sit right on top of it and be shot. He sat right on top of it, but it did not look like he shot. And so Kevin is drawing to the 4-foot for 2.
Looks pretty good to me. Looks like it's here.
Clean.
Have a look. Have a look. Easy, guys.
Yep. Try to make this.
There's that stone on the tee line. And there's the deuce.
Extremely tricky shot here from Jim Cotter. We saw John's run straight. We saw Ryan Fry's curl. So that's a small port between the two yellows.
I think Jim's right. If you throw a cold draw, I'm not sure you're getting through that kind of port. So it is a small tap back.
Whoa! Just through.
Whoa. It's got a curl, boys.
Through the rings.
It's got a curl, big time.
Rick Sawatsky on the right.
Yep.
Been with Jim Cotter for years.
Plan B.
Terrell Griffith, the 3-time BC champion, and
That's real good.
they'll clunk and open up everything. Shot stone now is wide open.
Back line.
We talk about the thing. It's not the shot they wanted, but we talk about the things that will make a difference over the course of the week. And it's someone like John who also has that plan B in mind and can call it soon enough to get something out of the shot. That wasn't Jim's fault, really. It just ran straight.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. Yeah, John's did there too. I thought it was a lot of ice, but you're right though. John made a brilliant call there to go to plan B, bump back that the red, and now he's got an angle off his own yellow.
Just don't want to come in here and make something easier for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it'd still be only for if this dead nuts.
That's a shot that Jimmy Cotter has, so Jacobs has to be worried about this.
Be nice.
Okay, let's make it. That's the shot.
I think the question is, with the little wall behind shot stone, what is it you can do while shot stone will only jam? And that's what they're looking at. So it's just a draw.
Full forward to T line, eh? Beats what you've been throwing.
Well, Kathy, I don't know how Kevin Cooey feels. Well, I suspect I know how he feels. He's 0-4. How do you come out, keep the emotions high against Jeff Stoughton, who's putting on all kinds of pressure?
Well, it's tough for sure, and Jeff tapped on his last stone, so he does lie too, and all he has is a draw right to the lid with a single.
Now, he has that little bit of backing there. Quiet little tap on that stone at the back of the button, and there it is, the 2010 Canadian and world champion Kevin Cooey out of the Glenclow Club in Calgary, and he'll get his single. And right down on the face to sit 2 without last rock here in 2 for Brad Jacobs.
Pretty good, I think, no?
Two very powerful brushers. Trying to get it by, actually. This one did make a little move.
Beautiful shot.
Take that. It's, 2/3. Okay. I like that, Jimmy. This should run.
This will run real straight.
Yeah. So, firm, peel.
Peel.
A little surprised at this.
You can't really hit it too thick, you know, like once you get the roll. So go for 2/3.
You could give up a steal or two in a big hurry here. The draw's not simple, obviously, but we just saw it. You could be a little bit heavy. Just get your one.
Well, it is a risk and reward situation, but I am a little surprised too, especially when they're not sure about this piece of ice.
Yeah, missed everything wide here.
Final stone here in the second, facing a couple.
Yep. Whoa!
Jim Cotter.
Whoa!
Morris calling off the front end, all on its own. Bang it across. He's got to get the pinhole. Oh, and it looks like it didn't get there. It is a steal of one. He came up just a little bit short. Brad Jacobs, 4 straight wins, trying to make it 5. Well, it was just some 2.5, nearly 3 weeks ago when we were in Kitchener at the Memorial Auditorium to watch the Road to the Roar, the last chance qualifier. John Morris and his team coming through with a win over Brad Jacobs. That was the A qualifier. So they were the first to come out, and that was great relief. And then Jacobs got a second chance against Brad Gushue. This was the B qualifier, and it was Jacobs that got the opportunity, and he comes out of the B side. So the last 2 qualifiers for this event here in Winnipeg are on the ice now, and Gushue as well. He's here, but of course playing as a 5th player for Kevin Martin.
Two great records from the pre-trials, continuing it now this week, and those numbers relate to those 2 players, Brad Jacobs and John Morris, both throwing well again this week.
But it is Brad Jacobs that opens the scoring with the steal of 1
Just a foot less.
in the second.
Close to the same.
A little in-off, just coming up a little short for Jim Cotter. So once again here in 3, it'll be John Morris and his team from the Vernon and Kelowna curling clubs that has the last rock playing the Yellowstones.
Jimmy had a great attempt there. He'll go down as a 25% shot probably, but he did eliminate 1 Jacobs rock and hold it to a single, and he's still in there with hammer.
Small ball.
They took the risk because I really don't think John had a great handle on that piece of ice, and for some reason he thought the draw would be tougher than the hit.
Good.
That's the interesting dynamic for me. It's not as if you're saying to the lead or the second as a skip, I want you to play this. You're not going to argue very much. But in the situation with Cotter throwing that 4th stone, he agreed with it, granted, but it was John saying, I think this is best, and he bought in rather than maybe Jim wasn't comfortable with that, and he would have rather played the throw.
Well, maybe. There's definitely a lot more democracy on this team. I think you see a lot of teams discuss that more thoroughly than they do on this team. But for sure, part of the magic when John came to the team was the trust and just letting John call the game. And Jim himself can throw anything. I think he has the confidence to play anything. So when the call is made, I think he just can see it in his mind and feels he can make it.
Top 12, top 8.
So top 12.
Yeah.
Battle of the 8-foots again. Wonderful to have that draw weight in your pocket, that nothing slips to the 4-foot. High in the rings, and it's usable later. That's what it's all about. Control up front.
Yep. Hard line. Real hard line.
Tyrell Griffith is another example of that former junior champion going to school in the 2nd position, having been a skip for a couple of times at the Canadian juniors, but learning it here as so many have done, and then likely to move on to skip himself one day.
Get rid of that.
What a great experience for Ty to play with John. I mean, he's played with some other great players, obviously Jim Cotter, but this is a tremendous chance for Ty.
I kind of like nose. Yeah, me too.
He's just going to shoot ours.
Well, it's like double. You know what I mean? We got a center guard. I know.
Whatever you like, Brad.
You're a shooter. That red should stay there.
Ideally, I'd love to just nick that to here.
Okay, I'll do my best.
But I tell you what, that is something that has changed from the first few times we saw this team without Ryan Fry. Go back, you know, maybe 10, 11 before that change. They were more argumentative, Linda. This is saying, okay, whatever you'd like.
Yeah, you're right. There has been a big change. Now, EJ was the third at that stage,
Yes.
so they did have a different dynamic from that point of view. That's what he was asked to do, and he does it.
They certainly seem to be in a better frame of mind than they were in the pre-trials. They struggled mentally there all the way through that thing. And they're looking at the top of their game like we saw at the Brier and the World Championship last year.
But we said, too, that pressure, there's pressure here, but that one, to get through Kitchener, to get here, that was enormous.
It was. I felt the last game in Kitchener, they were at their best. The one before it, they were so over the top emotional about trying to win. They forgot about making the shots almost. So the last game, I thought they got it back together, and that's carried through to here.
Board. Whoa, 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 whoa. Real good weight. Never.
It's a curl.
Curl. Never, 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 never. Sit.
Not good.
Jacobs continues to sit the 2 without last rock.
I don't know if I like that high, but
Top button's not bad either.
Let's go, Fred.
that last draw was back.
Yeah, what does it say, Kathy? Those lousy outside little biters, eh? And it's going to come into play for Mike McEwen here.
Well, and it's a really lousy one for Glenn because he was just playing the double and it caught it a little bit thick, and that's the stone that Wayne Madaw was not able to sweep out of the house. And so paint would do it for Mike for 2.
No, for mine. Mine's pretty good. Wait only.
The open draw.
Wait. Keith, no.
And there it is to even it up through 3. As we watch Ryan Fry draw it into the top 4.
Just a little low side.
Okay.
Actually, it's probably easier with that intern.
It's still very early in the game, but I do have a little feeling that Ty, the second for John, is maybe a little nervous. This is a big place, big stage to be playing on for a young man. And we talk about John's role on the ice. I think there's going to need to be a little bit of management of the players.
Centimeter more.
He has to make some more of those shots. This is a bailout shot now after Ty missing.
Yeah, they're in big trouble. The angles are not good for the Morris team.
Whoa, close. Whoa, close.
Run it back. Has he got something? He'll pick one off the stone just thrown. Jacobs still sitting the 2 without last rock.
Good shot. He gets the one out of the way and then gets a dangerous guard out of the way. So now they've got a bit of breathing room for their last 3 stones.
Good try. I don't like that.
Brad's 3-4.
3-4. There's 3-4 right
You want to leave him this?
Oh, Brad's 3-4.
We have a shot next.
Or do you want to just nose that and get out with a force? What if I play this?
Like playing the red.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine too.
You like that?
I don't mind that.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
How much weight? Control?
The same thing. EJ threw.
Same. Okay. Solid control.
They're sitting 2. They were thinking of throwing a tight guard and maybe trying to steal a point. And Ryan Fry saying, "Oh, we can play that simpler shot, the raise. No yellows in play, and then probably with all the reds in play, Morris won't be able to blank the end, which is probably what they wanted to do in the first place, is force Cotter to take a single."
Sometimes when you're playing a game like this, again, this is very early, but I think there is a little sense that on the Morris team there's a struggle. Sometimes that's when you take risks yourself, put up a guard, think you're going to have a chance to maybe even steal, and sometimes you get yourself into a lot of bad situations because you've taken that risk.
No. Clean. It's good. 80.
And a team as experienced as Brad Jacobs will likely sense that and, you know, say, hey, we've got them gone on a little bit of a run here. Let's Let's keep the pressure on.
Perfect.
Well, I started by saying I think these are two teams that have gotten to the place they are in this event so far with smart choices. I think a lot of the mistakes out there strategically have caused people to have trouble executing. It's not that their numbers are even bad.
No.
But if you get yourself into a situation where the shot's too complicated, one bad shot like that can lose the game.
John Morris is a much more relaxed curler here than he was in Kitchener. He was bouncing around and very, very chatty, but has pulled back on that. Again, the pressure of the moment just in Kitchener and trying to get to Winnipeg. And that's the kind of shot that shooter would sit for him, and it will sit for second, but he gets rid of a couple.
Well, you're right, Vic. It was all about, for all these great players, it was that 4-year commitment to get to the big show, which is right here this week. And Johnny gets the double, but more importantly, kicks that one over a little bit. So now there's a simple red double. If there's a mistake from the Jacobs team, they can still blank.
Control the game strategy a bit more.
Brad's trying to see if you can see the yellow one. There is that guard out in front.
Back line.
What do you think this spot's going to do?
See.
I think it's going to. Kevin Martin scored 2 in the second, and it is Martin sitting. It looks like it's a deuce, so this is a draw against 2 for John Epping, Catherine.
I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2, Vic, as we look at this. It's, well, yeah, it's 2. You're right. Look at you.
Thank you.
Darn it anyways, right?
No unforced error.
Oh, man. So he does have a draw to the forfeit, though.
I told you that.
You did. On his first one, it's that Yellowstone at the back that we now know his third shot. And so he just needed to take a little bit off.
We'll call him. Good boy, Johnny.
And he did.
For the single to tie it through 3. Drawing against 2.
2, yeah.
Skip Stones, 4th Stones here in this 3rd.
Now, one thing we talked about is how much pull there was to the edges. It seemed like there was a little less curl. It's enough.
There's a lot of leads. Yeah, I was kind of hoping.
It's a wonderful field of the who's who of Canadian men's curling. So Jacobs comes in as reigning Canadian champion, rides that momentum of Kitchener with wins over Stoughton, McEwen, Howard, and Cooey. He now has Morris, Martin, and Epping on the way out on the downside of the round robin. Short event, just 7 games.
Where are we going here? Back 4?
Go back to what Kevin Martin said, that after the first 4 games for him, he thought he would know if he's in or out. And Martin and Jacobs are both undefeated.
But as with all events, there are breaks, and Kevin Martin is one of those that has gotten a couple of huge breaks. When Kevin Cooey and Glenn Howard were up 3, you thought they were going to coast, and it didn't happen. So got a little fortunate, and on top of that has played well.
He had to draw the button in another game too. He could have been 1-3 as just as easy as 4-0, and that's what it's like here. It's, as one of the players said to me, it's like the Brier final 7 times.
Hey, as long as you're in the, as long as you're still thick in the 8, line's good. You got room. Line's good. You got room. Line's good. You got room. Ty, you got room. Gotta go. Hard, guys. Hard. Hard. Line's not bad. Hard, guys. Come on. Come on. Hard! Go, 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 go! Go! Hard, 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 hard!
Jim Cotter trying to wrap one around. For John Morris, as Russ said earlier, riding that that big momentum comes in with wins over Howard and Cooey, loses to McEwen, bounces back to beat Stoughton. Look who he plays in his final draw. 9:30 a.m. Friday morning on TSN. Martin and Morris. What could that be for? Possibly first place?
Yeah, it's very possible.
Unfortunately, this stone is peeking out and just needs a pick.
Yep, clean, clean, clean. Just clean. Same way.
you think of that?
They needed that one to be a little deeper, the one that Jim Cotter threw on his first, so Brad couldn't see it so well and maybe thought about the weight and maybe played a bit softer. You need a mistake, so I had to try and bait him into something a little different than the straight peel.
Picked the wrong turn for that because at 99% of the out turns,
that's right.
You got to get him on that other turn, which is still 85, but a 14% discrepancy. I want to be playing a lot more in turns the rest of this game.
Final stone in the third. Eating full 8 foot. Jim Cotter.
Just clean, just
To the button,
clean.
guys.
Easy, easy. Just clean. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're good, we're good.
Both brooms on the ice at all times. That's nice to see.
Good job, boys.
Drawing against 2. To the back of the 4 for a single. And so T. Morris is on the board. We're all even at 1 on this Wednesday afternoon. Rachel Holman. Get it by, angle it back, catch it, and spill it, and there you go. And run it back, and oh, she'll pop them both. Goodness.
Could not draw that up any better, Vic.
Maybe has to play the little bounce. Nope, it'll get by right to the nose. There it is, 2 Ontario. They are the Canadian Women's Curling Champions. And so it will be the reigning Canadian champion against the 4-time Canadian winner, Jennifer Jones. Jones sitting top of the standings. Holman has looked good at times, like that little girl with the curl, you know, very good, and then sometimes not so good. 3-2, and make a note, please. TSN 2 this evening at 7:30 Eastern Time. Yes, it is the Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings, the Canadian curling trials. We're even at 1. And for the first time in the game, Brad Jacobs will have the last draw. He has the hammer playing the Red Stones.
Yeah.
First one went in, corner guard went up. The third stone at the end, the second one for the Morris team, was supposed to be a guard and slides in and does allow this hit by Ryan Harnden.
Yep. Whoa, whoa. No, 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 no. Girl. Okay.
How many yellow do you see there, Kathy?
Well, the count?
Yeah, the count.
Well, there's 2, and
Okay.
there have been lots and lots of big weight shots and discussions on this sheet. Lots of time used, and Kevin Cooey's big weight just did not work for him in this end. And so this is a draw for 3 for Jeff.
And again, we point out that Stoughton is one of those teams at that critical 3-loss record.
Clean, yep, clean.
Desperate to stay there against a Cooey team that has dropped their first 4. And there it is. 3. Stoughton 5-1 early.
A little bit, yeah. And it came.
How much weight? I like this.
Can even give you less.
It's good.
Lots of choices for Brad Jacobs here, but he's electing to hit the yellow one.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clean.
Hoping for a rollout and a chance to utilize the guard. Now, this is why those sometimes teams are difficult, because they're so unpredictable. So you had Brad Jacobs without the hammer being very aggressive, trying to force John Morris into some shots where it was complicated. And now that Brad has the hammer, he's pulled back.
That's funny. He gets a comfort level knowing his hammer, and they're such great front runners with that hitting ability.
Good shooting that, boy.
Thanks.
Nose?
Linda, do you think we have seen this week, because of this being the Olympic trials, some teams playing, you know that old adage about not playing to win but playing not to lose? Do you think some teams have taken on that philosophy?
I think the problem that has occurred is people think because it's the Olympic trials, they have to be more, do more, have more rocks in play, be more complicated, and that's not what wins curling games. Smart choices, great execution of a plan that everybody agrees is a good one, that's what wins curling games, and I think a lot of people have deterred from their good plans.
Yeah, you've got to play the percentages. You can't go crazy every end. The team you're playing so good, one mistake and you're in trouble.
We wondered about those green curling shoes in Kitchener, but it turns out, look at the color coordination with these uniforms for the Cotter team and John Morris.
Gotta go!
Wow.
That a little thin, and he'll lose the shooter.
There's your example, Linda, right there. Johnny tried so hard to make the roll, he rolled out.
Trying to see here behind Wayne, there's one and two stones sitting there. There they are, thank you. So this, he's drawing against two Mike McEwen stones, Glenn Howard.
Well, and he's been in trouble a lot of this end, especially after Wayne Madaw's big weight shot did not work and left McEwen lying 3.
Line's good.
With Mike coming a little bit deep, there is a bit of a pocket there for him, though.
He's got that little backing, back of the button, and a 4 to hit and roll off, and that will be for the single point. Glenn Howard, every draw right now for him is a nervous one.
Room. Still T, still. We're at least T. T by itself. We're heavier than that.
Well, finally, Brad got his wish. He got a rollout and is able to use the corner guard.
Might be right out.
So it's just 8 teams, and if you are familiar with the national championships, they always talk about a page playoff system. Not here. Just 1, 2, or 3. And at this time, if it ended right now, there you would have your 3 teams: Jacobs, Martin, and Morris. McEwen is at 500. All those other teams at 3, desperate to stay there.
Just freeze.
Bit of a gutsy call also here. Obviously hitting it out. Jacobs would probably ignore it. So John's thinking freeze and force Jacobs to a single.
Whoa! Popping.
Ooh, needs to get by the guard here.
Weight's good.
Tapping it. Whoa! Need backing.
Yeah,
no.
We're just through.
No.
Just not the performance we've seen from this Morris team up to this point. You can throw it to Brushing.
Yeah, it's quick again. Looks just like last night. A lot of overthrows by all the teams. And we're only talking a couple feet, but it makes a big difference.
Wait. Yep.
For Ryan Fry, it's a return to Winnipeg.
That's line.
Yep, line. Hard line.
Line's good.
Line only.
Choosing to go around the center guard now.
Ryan playing in one Brier with Jeff Stoughton back in 2007 before moving to Newfoundland and representing Newfoundland and Labrador with Brad Gougeau.
Okay.
Well, the idea of going around the center was to set up some angles, leave a rock top 8, even top 4 wouldn't have been bad, and maybe get a mistake, but that one comes deep, and now a freeze is available. That's a big mistake.
Heavy seems to be the flavor of the day, and
it does.
that's not the spot. If Jim makes this well, they couldn't have hoped for a better situation. This isn't a gimme, though. It's buried.
That's good, Jimmy.
Weight would have been fine.
97.
397. It's pretty quick.
They're playing along that board side too, Russ. Tend to be a little slower out there, isn't it? When they come down this board side on the sheet.
2 nights ago, it was really slow.
Okay.
Last night, I didn't notice as much, and so far, it's been fine.
Okay.
That's the hard part for the athletes, so it's a little different every game.
Whoa!
Well, the speed's pretty close, but that line is nowhere near what they wanted. Way by the guard, and I think fully open.
Great wave. Great was good, eh?
Much ice. It's different than that draw the button ice. Got to give less ice in that. Got to give you less ice.
Rid of it. If he knows it's pretty good. You can't.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If we knows it, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
He can't freeze. He's going to have some sort of...
Nose, and then if he freezes, we can hammer that in there, too. And it probably still goes
I think a little
onto
flop is good, though.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah. What are you thinking, like hack? Or just back through?
Just back 12.
Okay. Make it.
It appears, though, that right now they are guessing on the amount of ice to take.
Yeah, they are. It's getting a little straighter, and that's generally what happens on arena ice, but they both played the draw to the button there, and they took a lot more ice, and it's fooled them. As the pebble wears off, there's a little bit less bite to the rocks.
Brad Jacobs and his first here in 4 of a 1-1 tie.
Whoa! At least. Stay close, though. No. Never.
Love to just get a little across the nose and get a flip towards the center line.
Chip it.
Chip it.
That's good.
And he'll come up just enough to avoid any kind of rub and spill it out the back. But that appeared to be a lot more weight. He was looking for back line.
A little hotter than they wanted, exactly. And that's the lack of curl.
We want to be right here.
Exactly. So
then he can't slash, right?
Just overhook it a bit.
Remember this shot of John Morrison was supposed to freeze to this rock here. That's making all the difference here because Jimmy Cotter could come down and make this double. But then the yellow one's available for a score of 2, so that's going to change the call from Cotter. And this, to take a page out of Ron Burgundy, could end terribly. Because if you don't get that, let's say this bounces off, it's a hit for 4, a double for 4.
Got to come through the hole.
I'll think back to the second end, too, because we saw a lot of stones come down here and a lot of problems with the line call, getting it in the right spot. So you have to figure out how to get by that corner guard, get some curl, exactly button weight.
Oh, for sure.
Tough shot.
So the brushers will have to wait just to that moment. Nothing yet then from Terrell Griffith on the left, Rick Sawatsky. They got him now because it's taken off. Trying to find that hole. They got to get it by the center line guard, and it's coming up fast. Got to get it through this hole. Little bit more. Get it through. Oh, and just a little rub. And now the rub and roll off.
There it is. Straight back for 4. He jumped early.
Maybe that 2 does curl more. I don't know.
When we're talking about the stone, I don't think there was a problem with the throw. Without brushing, that was the perfect weight.
I think what we got to do is get rid of your second one. I don't know. Your first one.
They thought it was a hair hot. I think John waited just 1 second too long, and then it broke. You could tell by in his voice that he knew it was starting to go. Get it by, it was golden, but now...
Like normal?
Big time chance.
Normal on this, guys. Okay.
Even if it jams, you still score 3.
Final stone, Brad Jacobs. Come through the hole. Bang it straight back. Make the run back double. Pick it 4. The brothers Harnden. The big scrub. Right through. Through. Run it back. Spell it out. There it is. 4. Jacobs scores 4 in 4. And out the back it goes. The reigning Canadian champion with an early breakout to take a 5-1 lead. The only other undefeated team, that's Kevin Martin. And he has a chance, Kathy, for
4 as well. And on this shot, the final stone by John Epping was facing a mid-full after Kevin made a lovely pick sideways to remove his stone. He tried to play a hit and roll, rolled too far. So this is anything better than 12 foot, and it's 4.
Line's real good. Mark Kennedy, Ben Hebert, Dave Nedoin. Full 12. John Epping knows it's good. You can put 4 on the board there, too. So the 2 undefeated teams, both scoring 4 in the 4th to take big leads.
It's against 2. It's for the loss if he doesn't make this.
Just tap this to the lid like that. Final stone, Brad Jacobs. Nothing from the front end. Did it come up? Brought it up. Oh, and he's got it.
By the guard. Make contact on the red. How far can they move it?
Very nice.
Far enough for 3.
That's a great shot.
Well, Brad Jacobs said that the win Canadian Championship proved that he belongs. And those are the kind of shots we've seen from him so far this week. A key shot here in the 4th to get 4.
They're looking confident all week. They're looking confident. Finally got him to the intern. The bad news is he made it for 4.
To break it open early. The key shot is brought to you by Sponge Towels, Paper Towels. Nothing absorbs like it. Just absolutely leaps off the board to take a 5-1 lead as we welcome you back to the MTS Center. It's the Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings Canadian Curling Trials. Here in 5, down by 4. It will be the Morris team that has last rock playing the Yellowstones.
We talked about the last draw the men played last night and how Brad Jacobs stole 4, John Morris stole 4, Kevin Martin got 4. Here's another 4, and in that case, the last one we just saw, John Morris took a big risk playing a draw and not some form of hit, double or hit and roll to try and make the shot tougher, and they couldn't execute.
For sure.
For sure. For 4. But that's the surprise this week, I think.
Absolutely. The double would have made some sense, I think, and probably given up a deuce, but it's so early. 4 against a team like Jacobs, well, yikes.
Wait as long as you can, then carve it. Yeah, carve it, carve it, carve it, carve it. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
As soon as the end was over and we went to break, John took his team about halfway down the ice and gathered them together for a little bit of a pep talk, Linda, just saying, look, fellas, we haven't played very well. We still have 6 ends. Basically doing what you talked about earlier, and that was being a little bit of a coach, team manager, as any coach might do on a football field or a hockey bench, trying to get them to get their games together.
Well, and the focus has to go back to one end at a time. You've just given up a terrible end, and you're way behind against a team that can defend beautifully, but you just patiently set up. You don't go for 4, you go for deuces with the hammer, try to make a series of good shots. Remember, we talked about the momentum these 2 teams have. They have to get it back.
Glenn Howard, Mike McEwen 3-2, and this is McEwen's last as they play in 5. They're playing very quickly.
They are indeed, and on his first one, he tried to bury, he being Mike McEwen, and he did get it buried, but it was so deep in the house that Glenn was able to remove it and lie 2, but this is essentially the same shot.
One around the edge of the 12, one at the back of the 8, and there's the draw to the back edge of the 4 for a single. They'll go to the break even, 3-3.
Hard, John. Hard, 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 hard.
Nice shot, keeping the yellows far apart, so there's no double at this point.
If you have any chance at looking at the glass half full, the fact is you know what your opponent's going to play in this situation based on the scoreboard. Although I did say that yesterday and I was wrong when people should have been playing hits, but pretty well for sure Brad Jacobs is going to play hits. So you can take a few chances, roll, keep the rocks separated, Don't worry about shot rock. They're never going to try and play a draw or a guard against you.
Roll it, roll it, roll it. Yep. Okay, that's good, that's good.
Shot, right?
A lot of teams would just hit and roll out there, too. That extra red shrapnel doesn't really help Jacobs.
Right on the nose, boys.
Get
board weight.
Other option for John here. He could have just tapped it back a foot and created a bit of a wall.
Whoa. Clean.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. Yep.
Shot, John.
Pardon?
Just nose that outside one. I don't even know if we need to nose it, do we? Yeah. He'll probably freeze to it if we do that.
Yeah, I think nose.
Yeah, I like
right?
nose.
I think we just peel it out. We're shot.
He'll just keep. You think he'll just
Nose
keep going
that?
the side though?
What's that?
Do you think he'll just keep
I mean-
replacing that though?
Then we just nose hit and roll on his.
Oh no.
I think we just get peel it, don't we?
Either that or yeah. Me and nose it is.
Whatever you like, Brad.
Well, I guess you have to start judging what this whole game, the rest of this game is going to look like with a big score. So I think Ryan's saying peel it out, make them make some good shots, don't leave doubles, and we can make some big doubles if these rocks aren't in the way. And the other thought is if you leave it, the other team has to come at you a little bit with quieter shots and make some moves. So I think both have merit. You just have to decide your philosophy as this game continues.
Well, like you always say, what's your game plan or end plan? And the sensible goal is to force Morris to or to make sure he doesn't score more than one. The greedy goal would be to force him and don't allow him to blank. But by keeping another rock in play, it gives John a chance to freeze here.
Okay, boys.
I think I would have been tempted to roll out, actually. 4-point lead.
Well, you know my philosophy.
Yeah, let's make a good one here, boys. Let's
Exactly.
weld it right on. Yep.
Rocks around have caused big trouble for some of these teams.
Clean it. T-line.
I think it's all there. I think it's all room.
Weight's good.
Room.
Gotta be here. Line's good. Yep.
Hard.
Gotta go. Hard.
Hard. Hard. Hard. You got it.
Really gotta go.
Hard.
We get them equal.
What happened to that?
75. I should have been there all day.
Freeze to there. Maybe just
Then we can just. Kevin Cooey, winless so far, down by 4 against Jeff Stoughton as they play in the fourth, Kathy.
Well, he's playing a really tough double. You can only see, well, gosh, less than a third, maybe a quarter from the hack.
Out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary. 1, 2, very nice. You bet. Difficult situation for him.
It seems like the Morris team is struggling with something like rocks. That's the first thing. That one seemed to come up short when they didn't expect it. The only other thing is the brushers we see on the Morris team, I mentioned Ty's young and maybe a little less experienced, they don't seem to want to take that control of the weight. They do get called off a little bit when they say line isn't working.
Right.
As brushers, you have to be firm. We want to, we need to, whatever that information is to the house, you have to make sure you're judging that weight.
That triple nut jams. You can't.
No, I don't.
So you just want to make the double and roll.
We're rolling kind of high to like here, I guess.
I think just throw.
So we got to kill one, or at least move it out of the 12-foot.
Yeah. So you want to throw easy control, like the Wernick double, like just.
Okay.
It's funny. It's the second time his name has
That's right.
come
That's
up
right.
because John had the toothpick going
Just
earlier.
control, guys.
Later in Eddie's career, he didn't throw them very hard, so we always kidded the Wernick double, but you know what? He made them.
It wasn't going to break glass.
Yeah.
I thought he was the best at maneuvering. Doesn't have to be hard. You just have to push things around so your rocks are in a better spot.
When we invented the free guard zone, Eddie's eyes lit up. Because more rocks in play, the more things he could do.
Yeah, real hard.
And a lot of it learned on a pool table, playing snooker table, with the likes of Cliff Thorburn. Kevin Martin exploded with 4 in the fourth, up 6-2. John Epping, chance to what? Get 2 back?
Yeah, he does. Kevin Martin's final stone just did not play cute. He played the wide open stone that you see it's red out in the wings in the 12-foot. Just not going to mess with the stones in the middle, and that's playing the scoreboard.
Epping with Scott Bailey, Colin Mitchell, the silver medal winner from Nagano, and David Mathers gets 2. They'll go to the break. Martin leads it 6-4.
I threw 2 there last game.
And it just gradual?
Yeah.
With Jim Cotter's first one, they were hoping to rearrange the rocks so they might leave a double with the last, but instead it rolls the wrong way. And this is an open hit that can be made to sit 3.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, what are you doing? Right off.
I just wanted to make sure we didn't go on to that.
All right, it's good.
Shot. Good shot, Brad.
Force.
Want to nose it? Or you want to draw? Probably nose it, eh? Sure.
No, I just kicked away.
We seem to be on cruise control now, the Jacobs
there's
team.
no way we're getting that
Very confident.
Pick Router, favorite shot?
No. Where the nose there, Jimmy?
That's like even remember your one the first time?
Forward way with this.
What? Remember your one the first time hardly moved?
Easy shot, but extremely important. You can't roll out here.
And considering they've struggled with the ice, where to put it, how much weight to play, it does make you a little nervous. They're playing the outside in turn, so it has to get to that place. It's got a long way. It can roll the other way, but it can't roll outside that far.
He is facing 3 with his last. Looking to hit and stick right there. Jim Cotter. Gets a little inside roll to help himself out, and that'll be 1 for Morris here in 5. Brad Jacobs and his team coming in undefeated, tied for first place with Kevin Martin. Jacobs reigning Canadian champion. Morris, of course, skipping this team now to Vernon and Kelowna. And anybody at that 3-loss level trying to keep themselves alive. It's a Wednesday afternoon. The Roar of the Rings in Winnipeg.
The 2013 Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings is brought to you by World Financial Group, creating a better tomorrow for families today. WFG.
Let's continue with our updates, and we'll drop in on Cooey against Stoughton after Cooey had scored 2 in 4, and looking like he's playing pretty well considering his record, putting some pressure on Jeff Stoughton.
Well, it's just a great team. We knew that he would play really well this week, but good strength today. Trying to play the double here, hoping that maybe he might even lose the shooter in blank.
And backs it up, and not quite. So forced to take a single. Stoughton in 5, but he leads at 6-3 going to the break. It was really tight until the 4th when Brad Jacobs out of the Sioux Curlers Association got 4. He leads at 5-2 over John Morris. Ryan Fry throws the 3rd stones. For Jacobs, he's with Brian.
Brian, it's always great when you can orchestrate a big end. How did you guys score that 4 in 4? You know, hat goes off to Brad. Brad's, you know, throwing the rock really well and getting some really good results right now. So, you know, he pretty much, he's pretty much kept us in this game. And with that steal of where we were looking in some pretty big trouble, and then he made a couple beauties there to get that force. So, you know, hats off to him, and hopefully he can keep it up.
A lot of strange things have happened at the trials so far. Case in point, last night, Kevin Martin scores 4 against Glenn Howard. How do you ensure that that doesn't happen in your game, the last final 5?
You can't ensure. You just got to keep, you know, you play the game that you're playing and your strategy, and try and make as many shots as possible. And that's, you know, that's what we've been doing all week here, and what we're going to continue to try and do.
Final one, how cool is it having this event in Winnipeg for you?
It's unreal. The fan support's been fantastic. Like, you can just look around. It's we haven't played, you know, even when something like the Brier, you don't have the amount of people here for these afternoon and morning draws. So it you know, it's pretty easy to be up for every game. So we're really excited to for it to be here.
Thanks for your time.
No worries. Thanks.
Linda, coming in, you said the Jacobs team was playing very well. Still are?
Well, still are, and it's starting actually with the front ends. We looked at the front end matchups, and they look pretty even coming in, but right now, 95% and 93% for the lead and second on the Jacobs team, way ahead of the Morris front end. That's setting it up for the back end, and right now they are on cruise control.
The numbers after 5 are brought to you by Tim Hortons, Canada's favorite coffee. John Morris, his side is down by 3.
The 2013 Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings is brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere. By M&M Meat Shops, frozen food at its best. And by Capital One, what's in your wallet?
There's a snow squall warning in effect for the greater Winnipeg area. Upwards of 10 centimeters blowing and drifting in the more open areas, turning considerably colder down to minus 19, 23 through the weekend. But we're nice and warm and toasty inside and watching some great curling. This Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings Canadian Curling Trials. Welcome back to the MTS Center. As we go to the 6th, John Morris and his team picked up the single. 5-2 Jacobs leads. And here in this 6th, it will be the team from the Sioux Curlers Association, the reigning Canadian champions, skipped by Brad Jacobs, that has the last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones.
I've been very impressed with the Jacobs team and the fact that they had a plan. We knew instantly when the game started, the first couple ends, what they were trying to do out there. They have stuck with it very nicely. John Morris has stuck with his plan. I talked about how well he and Jim were drawing. They're great percentages, but I really think the call in 4 where they opted for a draw instead of a hit is what actually got them into trouble.
Exactly, no question about it. The double was pretty simple double for somebody of that caliber, and then Brad would have a tough shot for 2, actually, through a hole in the back of the 12 foot. 2 down's a lot better than 4.
Only able to get that single last end, and so now if you're John Morris, you are looking at taking some chances. Two guards are up.
Lots of room. Lot of curl. Lots of room.
But not, and we say this quite often, not reckless, because you don't have the last rock. I mean, you can try to, the pressure here is for Morris to force a single. Is that correct?
It is, but because it's a 3-point difference and you know you're playing a team that's good at defending, you do at this point, I'm sure this is what they talked about at the 5th end break with their coach Pat Ryan, have to decide how much risk to take on. How many rocks in play do you leave? How many guards do you toss up there? How many freezes do you attempt to try and get back in this game?
All right. Back 4. Hey, tie. Freeze.
Freeze it. I like this. Top 4.
I definitely think as the game progresses here, I like this move by John. We talked about Ty struggling. He's at 73% and playing against a guy in EJ that's at 93%. I don't think you can make the shots tougher for someone like Ty. It's okay for John to say, I'm going to complicate it a bit with my stones and maybe Jim's stones, although Jim is also struggling a bit. But I don't think you want to mess around with the front end who need to get it back on track.
Yeah, how true. And there's a good example right here. Clicks open. Yikes.
But aren't you handicapped by that then, if you are Morris? Because those are those building blocks, those building stones.
Well, I think, as I'm saying, you play the plain draw instead of a tap back that needs a lot more complexity, a lot more brushing and control of the line. Now, that was a plain draw, and it was heavy, so that was about all you could do.
Never. Get on. Good shot.
E.J. Harnden gets both these stones off the center line.
A little bad break for E.J. that it actually tweaked it into the rings, though. At some point, that rock could allow Morris to force Jacobs to a single.
So here is where the maneuvering starts. John is looking at an easy way to remove the red stones, but doesn't want to do it. Well, does want to take on some risk still. So playing a guard, not just on center, but actually trying to guard their rock a little bit.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
How's the line, John?
Line's fine.
It's coming down on the
Well,
tight
just
side.
halfway high, 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 high.
It's halfway.
Line's perfect. Good shot.
Good.
Judge there, guys.
So this is trying to keep the Jacobs team busy out in front so that it takes a while, burn some rocks off, and then eventually John will have to make a move in the 4-foot.
It could be an outside shot at a triple here. I'm sure the main thing is just get rid of the guard, but if he angles it right, the second onto the third, it seems to be the right angle here.
Curl.
Ooh.
Yes. Right?
Well, now it gets tough, doesn't it, Linda? You've got to make your plays in the house.
You do, and as I say, I think John was waiting to get to his stones to make the tougher shot. If this is tapped wrong, as in rolls over towards the yellow, easy double. If it's tapped too far, easy way to pick these rocks out. So this is a very precise tap.
Those are mine.
And even though after this one lands, there'll be 5 rocks in the rings, there's still a good chance it'll be a blank end.
It's there.
Back 8. Clean it. Line only. Heavy. Whoa.
Heavy.
Everybody's been a little heavy today.
Getting better. Whoa.
Back 4.
Back 4. Close. Yeah. Yeah.
Hotski and Griffith have them.
Yeah,
Get some separation. Sorry, Linda.
No, I was going to say, we try to think of the why. That's actually why they ask us to be in this booth, believe it or not. And the why of the fact that they're heavy. And one of the things that does happen is the ice does change from morning to afternoon to evening. First you, Vic.
Well, let's update, Kathy, this game between Howard and McEwen. The McEwen stone is there at the back, almost corner frozen. So I guess the question was, could you play down if you're Howard to somehow remove that and get 2 or 3?
Well, he sure would like to be able to. They looked at the outturn because at least with the outturn side, you're moving that McEwen stone away from your own, but it just doesn't finish.
Line's good.
This is sort of one of those option ones. They're playing for sure to get the point, and if they've got the line and the weight, then they'll deal with the tap.
They might just try and chip it by if they can, if possible, but this is all about a draw for one. Howard 4-3 leads, desperate for the win. McEwen sitting at 500, 2-2.
So back to the draw weight, which actually we just saw a nice draw, but sometimes the ice is quite different morning to afternoon to evening. And the way this draw is with the male and female games going back and forth alternating, the game that was played last by the men was last night. That is when the ice is maybe the slowest and the trickiest. It has been warm all day. It gets a little bit hard to keep the pebble up. And so you have to be careful, especially late game, to have the right weight, to throw enough weight. Now you come back, if you're Brad and the rest of the men, and you're playing in the afternoon, and it's pretty slick. And it's funny because, of course, they should be able to adjust. And yes, they did have practice. But you like to feel you've got that draw weight in your back pocket, and you just keep the same feel game after game, and it can't happen. You have to adjust.
It's hard to be that confident if the ice is changing just a little wee bit, and it's also Hans Zabutrican team. They can't do much about it either.
Of course not. No.
John Morris,
little tap
as he's trying to just bump it into the into the crotch. The other thing, too, to consider, and I mean, with the weather, maybe there is something to the snow, that dampness may be coming into the building. It may force Hans Wutrig, the head ice maker, to do something with the plant just because of that added humidity. Am I right, or am I?
Absolutely, because he can't do anything with dehumidification because it's not here. So if it gets to the point now, visibly, I don't see any frost on the ice, and as Linda points out, you'll see more of it at night as the day goes by. It frosts up a little bit, but yeah, the only option he has is to play with the temperature to keep it consistent.
Kathy, are you all wet? I mean, from the coming in from the snow. And
no, you know what? I talked to Hans before the game because of all the snow and the prediction for more snow, and you know, you've got a dew point outside of -10, almost -11. It's actually too dry in here. It's almost -3. What that means is that extra humidity they think will actually help. Right now the ice is almost too dry, and it's just so cold outside. If it were rain, it might be different. We're in Winnipeg in December. We don't get rain here.
No.
We've noticed the cold.
Well, you do, but it's snow.
Yeah.
It's snow. Interesting. It could be too dry.
Well, actually, that we do see that. We actually get, because of the dry weather, evaporation on the edges of the sheet, and we've talked about how they try to build up and leave things the way they are and play around with the levelness of the ice, and sometimes it's really the weather causing them trouble with that aspect of ice making.
It is a complicated procedure.
Oh, and they do such a wonderful job.
What are we doing?
Just picking the top, trying to get everything spinning.
You know you've won a little battle when at least you have the other team, Jacobs in this case, taking a long time to figure out how to make these rocks move around to their advantage.
And to remove their own, get the backing away, Russ.
Yeah, and they might be able to get the top closest yellow one to spin a little bit. There it is.
And look at that, how they spin away. And with that shot, Jacobs is sitting 2, and he has the last rock here in 6.
What? Leave him any pockets this time?
Yeah, that was locked, frozen, that second yellow rock. But Ryan Fry knew with the spin and these type of rocks, these running bands that are so lively. Look how far that moved. That's unbelievable.
It's too bad that went.
It'd be a different curling club that wouldn't move an inch.
Now, it's a good thing to get that separation, but if you're John Morris, you look at the fact there's now a little wall at the back of the button, back of the forefoot.
Before we went to the break, we showed you John Epping getting a deuce to get within 2 of Kevin Martin. He's playing his last now here in 6, Kathy.
Well, potentially he'll give it back. John Epping made a double on his last one, but he's stuck right there, no roll, so wide open, and the deuce goes back.
There they are, 8 foot, 12 foot, 2 more. Kevin Martin trying to win his 5th in a row.
Line's great, line's great, line's great. Freeze it, freeze it. Hard. We're there, we're there.
Shot.
Perfectly.
Yeah, whatever. Just to
Beautiful shot.
Get that out of there.
Move it off. Just with like what kind of weight? Like push it back weight?
Oh, I was thinking get rid of it.
Pretty good weight.
You want to get rid of that?
Like hack weight.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Actually, Jim has got a number that's
right?
low at 64%, but it's actually been the amount of ice they've taken on a couple of his shots that's been the problem.
Pretty good.
Hack?
Even Brad Jacobs
Fred.
can't
You like
remove
that
this
with
rock, so they're just going to try to tap
good.
the reds out of the way and stay directly on top.
How much weight, Brad? Pack weight on the nose. Okay.
Jeff Stoughton scored 1 in 5 to take a 6-3 lead to the break, and now Kevin Cooey is facing a couple with his last, Kathy.
Well, he is. He had a good one in there. Jeff able to pick it out on his final stone, so needs full 8 foot. Does Kevin Cooey for the single.
Good line.
It's his 3rd trials, Kevin Cooey. Back in 2005, he played 3rd for John Morris, and then he skipped his team in 2009 in Edmonton.
Whoa, guys, whoa, no.
And he'll pick up the single as he draws the lid. 6-4, Stoughton.
Shot, Brad.
Shot. Pretty good.
It's actually very hard when the wall at the back of the stones is not level. It's slightly one in front of the other, not to get your rock to spin. So Brad had to throw the quiet weight to try and get it to sit in front of the yellow and, of course, the other red. So it was a nice weight call.
Yeah.
Even nose is close, eh?
Nose is close, yeah. If we could roll underneath a bit.
Nose is real good. I'd say good control.
Nose hit will remove both reds, obviously, but I think they'd like to roll a little towards John's broom and kind of hide the shot rock partially underneath that yellow at the top of the 8-foot.
Just a hair high.
And in doing that, if that was, if it ended up that way, leave him a cold draw, basically.
He might have to draw. It depends on the angle. There might be a double also, Vic, but yeah, he might have to draw against quite a few yellow, and who knows?
Sense a little bit of little better play out of this Morris team there, Linda, right now in this 6th.
I think so. Just trying to make one shot at a time, not thinking ahead.
Yeah!
And he'll get them both to go. So it'll be 4 that Jacobs will face with his last. Hasn't had this kind of pressure so far, leading 5-2.
What do you feel most comfortable with? What are you throwing?
He would be more comfortable with the out turn.
Well, the fact is it's a nose hit. He doesn't have to do anything crazy. And that one, as long as he's on the...
Yeah.
As long as he's not rolling away to the right as we're looking at it, he's got a bit of a catcher. Has to be careful of the jam at the back if he goes that way, though.
Not like he can't make in-turns either. 85% for the week, and made a probably game-winning double here for 4 with a nice in-turn, and he's going to throw in-turn again here. As you say, it's that catcher for sure.
He was control last time. Okay.
I just threw this spot with really nice hack weight on his first shot.
Final stone, Brad Jacobs, he leads 5-2, facing 4 with his last. Needs to bang it right on the nose. The Harden brothers have done nothing so far as it just walks that line. And very nice to grab it up for the 4 for a single point here in 6. The reigning Canadian champion, Brad Jacobs. It's the television event that takes you back to the mob wars of 1940s Los Angeles, Mob City. A 3-part series from The Walking Dead's Frank Darabont. It starts tonight, 9 Eastern, exclusively on Bravo. Inside the MTS Center, home of the Winnipeg Jets. They have 2 more games on their road trip. They'll play in Florida tomorrow, then Tampa on Saturday before coming home to play St. Louis next Tuesday. And right now they're 4-1 on that 6-game trip. Brad Jacobs and his team from Sault Ste. Marie, they get 1 in the 6th. And so John Morris will have the last rock. The Hammer playing the Yellowstones here in 7 and down by 4.
Line. Oh, line's fine.
It was a much better end for the Morris team, a lot better execution. It's a little hard to judge, though, when the team you're playing against has gone to defense. And so they're okay with leaving some rocks around as long as the skip throwing last has a chance to get at something open, either a draw or a hit. And they did that very nicely for Brad Jacobs.
Wait.
Really have to pull out all the stops to go for the deuce here. They have to. They're running out of ends. Make it a 6-4 game, maybe steal the 8th end, and you're kind of back in it.
Hard, Jimmy.
I'm going to use the double corner guard option. Sometimes you'll see 2 guards on the same side. Sometimes you go right around the guard that's already there. You don't want to set up an angle here for a possible double, especially with EJ standing in the hack.
Over the wings.
That one guards a little piece of the house. It really curled. Because it's so wide, they will go after the other one.
Yep. Real hard.
Wait.
EJ Harnden. Boy, it's difficult, though. I mean, we say it at the Briar all the time, that Russ, when you have this caliber of team that can hit, without those guards, and they get rid of them so quickly, you know, it raises that debate again. And what do you do? Is there something else to tweak it just to keep some more stones in play? But again, the players are so good, they'd probably find a way around something new.
Well, I think in this case, you've got some of the best hitting teams in the world on the best ice with the most lively rocks. It's not always quite as easy as this, but they sure make it look easy right now.
Good.
So this the one wide corner covering the 12-foot, and around they go, and it won't stay there for long.
With a 4-point lead, you would never try to run back. You might leave the yellow one in the rings and leave a guard. Key is remove the guards, draw the play into the rings. Then you'll probably have a double at some point for the Jacobs team.
But every sport, there is the time when you want to go into defensive mode. And the reason that a team is in defensive mode is they scored a 4. It's not like we've seen no rocks in play, hit. So they've earned the chance to go from the offensive mode to the defensive mode in this case. I don't have a problem with that. It is a little difficult to watch a game in which every end is played with only hits. It's not interesting, of course. But we've seen lots of big scores in this event.
Line's good, Room. Line's good. Yeah, hard. Hard. Piece of curl, hard. 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 Good.
Shot. Sweet.
I got enough for the back one.
You got enough?
There more.
It's not a big chunk.
Oh, are you surprised he's going after this and not peeling the guard?
Well, I think Ryan will be smart enough not to miss wide. That's the main thing. Get one or the other.
All right. Oh, and he just came up enough.
This sheet seems different again. The game last night on sheet D, the Howard Martin game, that shot curled a lot and inside out didn't. This sheet's slightly opposite. The outside one seemed to be hanging.
All right, boys, let's make this good.
Yep.
It should be there.
70. Should be all there.
Now we can wait.
A little heavy right now.
I said that 4 or 5 times on John's rocks today.
It's got to curl a mile.
It's borderline. It's through. All right, hold on.
Well, that is a big unforced error for John Morris. His team does have last rock.
Came up short there.
It really came down like at the hot line. I got 75 on that one. I got 70 on that.
Okay, that's the same line, and that curl like 2 feet left.
That traveled way better.
We turned one light there 2 ends ago. It's all about memory, so John decided to be aggressive with his speed and almost went through.
Oh, yes! Hard!
Ryan Fry.
Yep, straight up. Straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up.
Harndon's drag this down. Nice job, Brian Harndon, E.J. Harndon. We've got some just brilliant rushing front ends in this event, both on the men's side and the women's side.
That has no chance of getting by with a normal sweeper. Whatever that is.
Yeah,
certainly isn't me.
They're powerful. And I do like, as I've mentioned before, the fact that that's factored in. You take a little less ice, you take a little chance, but when you're up, you want to make sure of one or the other. So they brush it to get it by.
Just quite a bit less.
Weight's good. Room.
Where is it? Stopping.
Wall, room. Let it work.
Switch.
Let it work. Squat, you're in. Go.
Hard, guys.
Go. Line's good. Hard. Hard. Go. Come on, squat. Hard. Go. It's going nice. Hard.
Nice adjustment by Johnny. Lots of curl there.
Yeah, I like it.
We talk about the plan and the risk you take on with playing away from the stones that are shot 1-2.
Guard the 8. I'd almost rather see you throw hack at it and chip off the guard, if anything.
So this is where you have to make your choice.
What's you don't like the guard?
I like the guard.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's just think about how to get there. For Pete, I'm giving him here.
That's the ice I would say. A hair more?
Yeah.
Okay. Just
hair more.
Like right here.
Give me
right?
edge.
Right
yeah,
there.
right around there. Halfway to tight.
Bit of a gamble,
I like,
for sure.
Pretty tight.
It's
Pretty
tough.
tight, I think.
It's also, you have to
feet.
factor in the odds of making that yellow go away. It's virtually underneath cover, so you could miss it completely, and that doesn't help your cause. So they're going to, this late in the end, it's I wouldn't disagree with this call, but you need to make it, or there's certainly a deuce for Morris coming up. You also want to guard the high side, or the low side of this, sorry, to stop the double. You can leave the top red one partially open on the right-hand side.
I think that's what they were saying about the guard placement. There is a little bit of leeway. It might make it a little bit simpler to place the guard, knowing you have a bit of range.
Quite a bit of room. Pete, the curl. Quite a bit of room. Pete, get in there.
Yeah.
Here it comes now.
Whoa, line's good now. Whoa.
Yep.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yep.
And the Harnons will drag it to cover the second shot. Well, let's see here. Kevin Cooey is the shot rock, but boy, and if that's a biter on the outside, could it be for 4?
It could for sure. That redstone just drawn there by Kevin Cooey. Jeff playing the run straight back, and they'll take a good look at that yellow outside stone to see if it's in.
Nothing yet. John Meade calling line. There it is. Now taking a look, and they may put a stick to it. 3 for sure.
I think it's out.
Pat Simmons.
Nice. Real good stuff.
Yep, they'll bring the measuring stick in to see. 3 for sure for Stout.
Whoa! Yep! Whoa! Go, Johnny.
Good
shot.
Really nice shot. Morris head on a swivel, but gets over there.
Better.
Also rolled over and completely guarded the yellow.
Nice shot, dude.
Yeah.
Just got to come in here, don't we?
Yeah, freeze that one.
Well,
good. Yeah.
As long as we're above this and beating that.
Well, then he doesn't have a double.
What?
And doesn't have a double.
As long as we're T-line.
Yeah.
A little above.
It's knowing where to put these too. It's so important. If you go back into this area, there'll be a double. If you stay up here, you're sitting 2, but there could possibly be a double. So you have to pick the exact right spot.
And they brought out the stick, ran it around the edge, and it is 4 for Stoughton, who now leads there.
Just line.
10-4, trying to stay and avoid a 4th loss. And Kevin Cooey in danger of losing 5 in a row.
This is that slick spot.
Right to here then. Yep. Whoa.
Yep, keep going.
Good
shot, Brad. That works, I guess. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
I think it might get over the top. I didn't want to sweep that.
No, I hear you.
Okay, well, I think it's worth trying it, what's the best?
Just play with it. Just nick it. I'm thinking, because we're going to move to here, maybe house?
Yeah, regular. I like that. Control. Yeah, we don't want to play. We don't want to baby it because just
that's a steep angle.
And we want to hit a right there.
Real thin.
Thick inch and a half. Should run.
Get a shade more.
Yeah.
Jimmy missed one here narrow a little while back, 2 ends ago. So, but the problem for this, not only is it a crazy thin angle and you have to stick it, but to count this other rock over here, this is the problem rock, this red one at the back. The top red one could jam on the second one. It's really tough. It's not only is it thin and just to stick it, but I think it's going to jam, Linda.
A score is the reason they're playing it. I don't think one is enough.
Final stone.
Whoa, whoa!
Trying to get a couple here if they can. Jim Cotter. Griffith, Sawatsky now, a couple of late licks, jump it across, move it back. And it's going to be close.
I think it might be.
I don't know, what is it?
What a beauty, though, just the same. You're very unfortunate that jam was set up by Jacobs being heavy. What a shot.
I think it's them. You don't have to measure it if you
Not jammed it?
Brad can call it.
Brad
Great throw, buddy.
Jacobs will have a look. He'll make that decision. And they'll measure it.
I thought you hit it perfect. You couldn't really go much further than that, man. Like,
the brushing so hard in these, it's almost like it's missing it the whole way down, and suddenly you just have to brush it to catch that thin inch. And I think the Jacobs team feels it is too.
Well, the Cotter team deserves it. What a wonderful curling shot. Just sticks it.
But just because it had that little bit of a backing, right, that catcher stopped it from maybe moving enough. So we'll go from the Jacobs stone.
Yeah, by like an inch.
And watch where that needle goes. No doubt. Push that one in. Thank you very much. Morris will get 2. Still down by a couple. Playing a little soft raise if they can. Just raise this up. Oh, goodness, what a way to start. How nice is that? Run this back. Run this back. Like that. Count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Jennifer Jones. 4-time Canadian champion. The one thing that she has not is that Olympic success. Can she get through this roar of the ring? She sits top of the standings. Tonight she goes against the reigning Canadian Women's Champion, Megan Noel, 7:30 Eastern Time on TSN 2. Kathy in a 4-3 Glenn Howard lead. Final stone to come.
There has been a mess of rocks in this, and the house was full. The 4-foot was full for a long time. Lots of maneuvering by the skips. Glenn's final double really don't give Mike very good options to score more than 1, and so it is the draw for 1 that he is playing.
Mike McEwen out of the Fort Rouge here in Winnipeg comes in with a record of 2-2. Howard at 1-3.
Shot, Mike.
For the single to tie it at 4 as they go to the 8th. Nice couple there by Morris. Gets them a little closer as we go to the 8th in our featured game. Brad Jacobs trying to win 5 straight. Stay on top of the table. Keep pace with Kevin Martin, who is on the other side of the MTS, currently leading there against John Epping. And it is Jacobs that has the last rock, playing the Redstones.
Just back 4.
Plan changes a little. The second Yellowstone that was played was supposed to be a second guard. Came in, and then it allowed Ryan Harnden to get set up a little angle on it. So it wasn't what John Morris was looking for. So now he's kind of staring at that house, trying to think through what to do next.
Yep. Hard. Real hard. 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 You got it. You got it, boys. Hard. You got it, boys. Hard. Hard. Clean. Hard.
Connor and Sawatsky.
Never off.
Never off. And then it just clunked the Redstone first.
Good sweep, guys. Thought we were by.
Straight peel's fine.
Could get messy for the Morris team here with that single guard's going to be gone in a hurry.
Just clean. Shot each.
back 4.
Yeah.
Get 2.5.
Just halfway.
John's trying to look around to see where to put a guard. It's not just because he wants a guard out in front near center line. He's trying to look at if they ever ran something in, what might happen. So putting this more in front of the other yellow.
Top.
Hard early, hard early. Hard early. Over and off.
Oh,
over and off.
Over and off.
Over and off. Good shot.
Get that or no?
Good.
I got it. Hair.
I'd love to be able to hit that right now.
Okay, you want to try hack?
Yeah. If you're on the front.
That guard is just about useless for Morris, and if this shot's made, it's 3 red to 1 yellow with a bad guard. That's not much of a savior for Morris later in this end.
Just going to ask you that. If you are Morris, do you, or if you're in a team in Morris's position, will you sometimes put up a guard? Not necessarily a bad guard, because you don't want to hurt yourself, but do something to lure the other team into play.
Yeah, that's a great point, Vic. Once in a while, you'll put it a little off center, hoping they'll ignore it like this, and at least it's a piece of shrapnel out front that he can use.
Sorry, Kathy. John Epping here has a draw for 2, does he?
He's got to get right to the absolute piece of the white button in order to be able to get the second point, and will not.
And so it'll be a single for John Epping. As we say, one of those teams desperate to stay at 3 losses, and he'll pick up just one, 8-5 there.
Okay, I like it.
He's way closer. Oh, he's going to come up short.
Just a guard, I think, Linda?
I think it's one of the, you were talking about guard placement and what to do. I mean, in this case, because the Rocks didn't end up in the right spot for John early.
Play the double and roll.
Okay, he's changing his mind. In some ways, you either go for it now by playing the double, or you're throwing up something where you're thinking they might make a mistake. Stay busy up front, delay a little bit, but at some point these Reds have to go.
Oh boy.
Come up there.
He stuffs it. And so it sits now, the Jacob Stone second shot. The applause you heard moments ago was for Jeff Stoughton, as he does keep himself alive. It's a big win, make the final 10-6. So Stoughton's record is now 2-3. And Kevin Cooley drops to 0-5.
The yellow one's red?
Interestingly enough, as you look now at the teams like Howard, Epping's trying to stay there as well.
But, well, why would we want to roll out and give him the draw the side?
Stoughton's next game will be against his Winnipeg rival McEwen before he closes out against Howard. So that's going to sort itself out as they try to stay at 3 losses. It's an interesting way to finish this Roar of the Rings.
I'm sure they'd be interested looking over on this sheet because those teams need John Morris to lose, and right now he's in tough.
Yeah, you need some help if you're those 3-loss teams. You need somebody to come back.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
So with the 1 final, it's still Jacobs Martin top. But there's the team. John Morris. That's the one that people like McEwen, Stoughton, Howard, Epping, and would like to bring back. And so we say Stoughton with the win stays at that critical 3 losses.
Trying the big double.
John Morris. Bang. gone.
Nice stone. Had to make the change in the play. It's like very little chance of stealing, so maybe a force here. 3 down playing 9. Get your 2 and 9, you still have a chance.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Ryan Pry.
Get it.
And, ooh, no, not quite. Not quite.
Wow. No, that didn't go. Wow.
I can't believe that didn't go. It's dead straight. It looks like it's going to curl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Playing the freeze.
You got to be low 90s, Jim.
Okay.
Down to 4 feet of ice here.
Line's
It's a
good.
little straighter than in first practice.
Back 4. Line's
With
good.
the swinging delivery, Jim's interval is a little less. He doesn't have that arm extension at the end, so those numbers are 3.9 back line to first hog for a draw.
Oh, needs a curl, boys. Needs a curl. Tie her in. Tie her in. Freeze it. Line's real good, but it's got to curl. Hard. Hard.
Griffiths, Sawatsky
Hard. Come on.
trying
Hard.
to drag this
Hard,
down,
hard,
and
down.
right on the corner, just a little shy.
Wait, 90.
6-4, Jacobs leads, and the player numbers, the skips, the fourth rock throwers in this case.
That's right. Brad Jacobs continuing with big numbers, came in #1 of those fourth rock throwers. Now, Jim Cotter has had tough shots, and early in this game, I really think it was the ice issue, not his execution of those draws. 63% looks bad, but they didn't have the broom in the right spot for a couple of them.
Player numbers are brought to you by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
As much as he's had to play tough shots, I think for Jim Cotter, maybe that thin double, for example, last end actually adds to the confidence because it was made. So although there was struggles early with a lot of things, the last few ends they've actually been playing very, very well.
Back 4.
Is this right down on top here?
Yeah, and they'd love to angle it. Like to the low side here a wee bit, or dead on, and then there might be a yellow double on his next shot.
Just a little bit across the nose.
Bump it a hair farther. If that back red was out of the way, they'd be the Rays yellow double.
The same line, Emma.
Good shot, though.
Maybe a hair less.
Hair less.
Okay.
Same weight.
Still recall the hair, right?
You think? Goes by it now, man. Wouldn't have gone by it.
Jim Cotter, final stone for John Morris.
Ball man.
Here in 8.
Line's good. No bounce. Split the tee. That's whoa.
Wait, sir.
Whoa.
We can wait.
Whoa.
We're there.
Whoa. Never.
Uh-oh. Little corner rub and roll, and can you push that back now?
No question.
Is it? Wait, was way straighter than the other one, eh?
It's been that story today, hasn't it? Hair too much ice in a lot of them. Great try, gorgeous weight again.
Good, Jay.
Wait. It's the same shot we just played.
I like this call. You could throw some weight at this. Obviously, if you hit it in the wrong side, you're in trouble. But you have to hang around with the shooter no better than to duplicate what you just threw. Brad threw a beautiful freeze the first time. You know the spot. You know how much curl. Give it to the brushers.
So quietly come down, tap that yellow stone back of the button for a deuce.
Back 12.
Brad Jacobs. The Harnden brothers have backed right off here.
Never look at it.
Turn your backs, boys. Don't even look at it. And look at that. Oh, goodness, how that turns around. It's a steal of 2. Morris, and we're dead even.
Couldn't both speeds on freaking mirror.
From out of nowhere, Morris gets 2. We want to go quickly to the game between Glenn Howard, Mike McEwen on sheet B, and this one has been going back and forth the entire game. 4-4, they're playing in 8. Howard, Kathy, does have the last rock. We have 2 stones to play.
Well, it has been a remarkable end of curling. The last 2, in fact, lots of angles. Both Wayne Madon and BJ Neufeld, the thirds, putting on an incredible display of shot making and finesse. And on Mike's first stone, he made a very thin double to lie 4. And then Glenn just over curled on his final one. You can see that the 2 yellow stones in the house belonging to the McEwen team are in fact first and second shot.
Remember now, McEwen comes in here out of the Fort Rouge Curling Club with a record of 2-2. Howard is 1-3, and we point out again, desperate to stay at the 3 losses.
I want to go a whole lot less. I think I'll still get that hook at the end, right? Yeah. Okay, top 4.
He's going to be a little careful where he puts this. Glenn's got a one at the top of the 8. He could angle onto a saver and roll in and make a double.
It's just flat here. Yeah.
Mike McEwen.
Should be good speed here.
2 years in a row, he was the leading money winner on the tour. 3 straight years, 10, 11, 12. Lost the Manitoba final. And then last year lost the semifinal to
Line's good.
Jeff Stout. Everyone expecting, waiting for that moment that Mike McEwen will make the breakthrough.
Tons of line.
Pass the curl, guys.
You're going to go deep.
Just full 8.
We have to go deep. Hard.
Just full
Matt
8 right
Wozniak
here.
on the left,
Hard.
Denny Neufeld on the right, BJ Neufeld.
Why not?
Managing the house.
Hard.
Perfect.
And they'll drag it there for 3 to sit 3. That's what's facing Howard with his last in a 4-4 tie.
Good.
Here.
We can hit that.
Attaboy. Yep, you can hit that.
Shot.
Yep, because even if you hit half.
Well, they don't nose it.
What's that?
Yeah.
Hey?
We might take a look at this one in that way and across. Get their 2 that way, or they could go this way. Here, here.
But is Kathy not saying the yellow at the back is
I think
also
she is, yeah.
shot over the red?
That's what Kathy said.
Okay, so this is just for 1?
I think.
Instead of the draw, I guess. Instead of the intern draw, gotcha.
It just goes to show you, Kathy, that Russ doesn't listen to you.
That's right. Well, hey. Yeah, she's all wet.
Oh, yeah, so she... Here we go, just playing 4, they won. And in a 4-4 tie.
Clean it.
Weight's good.
Nice soft weight should finish.
Clean, yep.
Lang Saville on the brush. Madar calling the line.
Lovely.
And that will be for the single.
Shot, Cliffy.
To take a 5-4 lead through 8. Nail-biting time here at the Roar of the Rings. As we go back and look at that. A steal of 2. Jacobs missing his last. Brings Morris dead even now. We're tied at 6. We go to 9. And once again, Brad Jacobs will have the last rock here in this 9th. Playing the Redstones.
Yep. Whoa. Yeah. Yep. Whoa.
What happened on his last, Mr. Jacobs?
Yep.
Well, it was either too much ice for the tap weight, or he threw it too hard for the ice to play just down to it in a quiet tap. Both Russ and I felt that he should have thrown a draw that is brushed to a tap. So in our opinion, it was too much weight, but there was some combination there that just didn't work.
The applause for Kevin Martin, who congratulates his team as he wins 9-5 over John Epping, and for Martin, that's 5 straight wins. Epping falls to 1-4. And I'm sure looked over and saw Jacobs just toss away 2 points. Those 2 coming in undefeated.
Hard, Jimmy, hard, hard, hard.
Well, there's been a couple of O's this end. The guard went up, which was fine for the Morris team. But the series of come-arounds didn't really work for them. And it was actually the last one that Tyrell played. So his first shot got into the wrong spot to begin with. And then some nice shots by the Jacobs team have got them in a position where they're hitting to sit 4.
The one out for Morris is that yellow guard. I'd be tempted to run that guard, get rid of that guard right now if I was Jacobs. It's another way to play it. Might end up with a blank end, but that's not all bad when you have Hammer coming home.
Yep, hard!
Yep,
hard!
Yep!
Sitting 4 as we get ready to play third stones.
The difficulty with the 2 red that are in front of the tee line, center line, they're positioned nicely, and that's why you see John Morris trying to hit and roll into them, because they're in a nice spot and drawing around them, freezing angles. Those sorts of things are tough.
Whoa.
John Morris.
Come up a hair. Yep.
Rolling it over and then just off the top and spills out into the open.
Caught in between.
Just leaving him a double.
How's that?
Yeah, we were in between the whole way. I thought of getting him on, but...
Wow, we needed a nose now. Then I can make the double. I got a good angle. Jeez. Not the end I'd envisioned.
No, not after you
I don't
were
like giving anything in there because it gives them
got a
more to go
surprise
to.
steal of 2.
He might.
Nose isn't
think
the
he's
end
gonna
of the
play
world,
this freeze
is it?
now.
I think
mean,
this.
he can't really, I guess. What?
I think we got to play the roll.
You want to play the roll?
Yeah. Like with firm, I can roll right on top of it, right?
Is that bad?
Well, no.
And nose isn't bad.
Let's go with nose. Let's go with nose.
Yeah, that's a great call. It's going to be a steep angle for Morris. If you roll partly in there, it'll give them an easy double or triple to get this mess off the 4-foot.
Just control, Fry.
Okay.
What if they peeled the guard, Linda, maybe peeled it into the yellow one?
I thought really they might go for it now.
Yeah. This yellow rock isn't really hurting them. The guard might.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa, hard. Whoa. Yep.
And right on the nose.
Throw, right?
Should run.
Just a massive shot for John Morris here. If you'd ever stick that double, get the one on the button. Might be behind that guard that they've ignored. If he does what he did last time and rolls through, it could be a
1 inch more.
difficult
1
finish.
inch more, yeah.
It's really steep, though, is it not?
Oh, it's tough. It's really tough. Jimmy Cotter made that beauty for 2, a similar shot.
Let's grab 2 synthetics back.
Okay, here's a curious thing now. As John asks Tyrell Griffith, let's bring out 2 synthetics. The reason?
Well, synthetics do a better job of heating the ice, and that means a better job of holding the line. Now, the reason you put hair up there is if you're worried about frost or getting into the pebble, but I think right now they need line.
Whoa. Yeah!
Now they got him. Sawatsky, Griffith, huge shot for Morris. Get one, come across, and then just slides underneath, and it still leaves. Jacob sitting the 3, and he has the last rock.
You're taking a chance, skinny ice, hoping that it can be held, but it's just the wrong angle.
Needed 3 synthetics instead of 2.
Yeah, that's right.
Either that or...
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's got
here
to
we
go.
go.
I mean, if you leave that, there's a come around for John's team to try and actually get out of this
Yes.
thing.
Yep. Gotta go. Clean.
Good half.
Still trying to make the double.
Great position for Jacobs. There's little chance of a steal with that guard gone. That's the one that was worrisome, I thought. If there's not a couple doubles made here, you're going to get at least two, and worst case scenario, blank.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What's your roll?
Cotter, 1, and over and up.
Okay, that's okay.
Very nice.
Shot. Nice shot.
Straight
Just
pick
rip
it?
Yeah.
No, we can play.
Well, you want to try to hang it on? I think so.
Shot, Jim.
Careful, it worked out okay.
Well, we rip it. We give him a go at that. He makes it. Right?
True.
Um,
I still like.
You still
I
like
still like
just
control,
trying-
like there.
you like control?
Yeah.
I think to hold that, though, realistically, we got to throw hack.
Well, you
They're
can.
trying to save a third one in the house, not just pick it, because there would be a double left for Jim Cotter.
Right at the stick, Brad. Let's go. Yeah.
I guess you have to decide if it matters.
Try to hang it on.
Yeah, but it'd be
Two
good,
versus
yeah.
blank.
Right.
I don't mind it.
It really doesn't. Blank's fine. You've got probably 70-75% chance of winning with hammer.
Well, they took his team aside, John Morris, remember, after the fifth, and said, come on, boys, we can get back into this. And that was a help, certainly, of the steal of a couple and 8. They are back into it.
Girl.
And he threw more.
Shot, Brad. Shot, Brad. Shot.
Just hit 3. Now where do you go?
Probably easy double. You could play the come around, but you're putting a lot of eggs in one basket. Double, Linda?
I think so. Make the double, give up 2, but thank goodness it's
About,
playing 10 and you're only
same
2
amount.
down if you look at it that way.
Yeah.
1/3. 6/3.
Big pressure shot, though. You have to make this double.
Any chance you
Watch a
could make
shooter.
this double and squirt over and in behind that center line stone? Or?
Yeah, John motioned that. It's if you got it perfect, about half a rock here, get the second one going away, it will roll up towards the button. They just love to make 2 of them go away, though.
Yeah!
Boy, he hadn't let it go. We heard John Morris, Sawatsky, Griffith. 1, 2, no. He'll sit back there, back 12.
Just give me a little bit of ice. I think we can come to it.
Yeah.
Just checking to
Great
see
draw.
if they can draw and come to the face of their stone that is at the top of the house and still be sitting 2, which they can.
Well, the Ryan Fry call is sitting
Wanted the
3. It
bonus.
paid off. Nice soft weight by Brad Jacobs. We'll get them that extra important point.
So after giving up the steal of 2, the Nate
Line's good.
looking to get those 2 points right back here in 9.
Good line. Good line.
Hanging out there. Yeah.
Good line.
Boy, Brad.
To regain the lead. Brad Jacobs will lead at 8-6. He's already seen Kevin Martin win 5 in a row. He's trying to do the same on a Wednesday afternoon.
The 2013 Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings is brought to you by Tim Hortons. Always fresh, always great tasting coffee.
Coming up in the new year, we'll be in Banff, Alberta for the Travelers All-Star Curling Skins game, and you have a chance to vote what players will be participating. We'll have the draft show on the 10th, and then the Skins game itself, the 11th and 12th, in the new home of the Travelers All-Star Curling Skins game. Go to tsn.ca to vote. That was a nice bounce back for the reigning Canadian champions, Brad Jacobs. They gave up the steal of 2 in 8, get the deuce right back to lead 8-6. And so here in 10, it'll be John Morris that has the last rock playing the Yellowstone.
Let's go, John.
I know they're nervous about putting up a second guard. The other factor this in, the first 2 are played in and they're pretty good. There is a slight overlap. It looks like you could draw around those 2 red in the house as well as use the corner.
Even them up.
But a second guard it is.
Well, Jimmy, you're in.
Make sure they're even, guys.
We're there. Oh.
It's good.
Oh. He's clean. Yep.
Good. I'd rather get rid of this one.
Just about identical. Very nice.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
EJ Harden.
Yep. Wait. Yep.
Got it.
Tyrell Griffiths.
Gotta be back line. Yep. Hard line.
Line only.
Down by 2 with last rock, Team Morris.
Yeah, we're back. It is.
Has to be back here.
Switch.
Back 12 is the best, as long as it's not through.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Go.
Howard Stone up by 1. That's what's facing Mike McEwen, Kathy.
Well, and things turned around in 2 rocks. Mike McEwen was well set up. Glenn Howard tried to make a double on his first, made 1, and so Mike decided to play a freeze, but he bounced off, set up a double, and Glenn made no mistake on his second one and does lie 4.
Oh, he's going to need almost a lid here. Not the white here.
Put on T.
Just full. Go! And look at them go here now.
Go.
Trying to drag it. Wozniak, Denny Neufeld, VJ Neufeld, and got it.
Two-thirds.
What a game that's been. There's been spectacular shot making, all difficult ones. Johnny guarding for his life here. He has to keep this guarded as long as he can.
Nice come around on the first for Ty.
Should be okay.
Out to the back of the house. That's why it got buried.
If anything, it's gonna over curl.
Where is it?
Timmy's.
Oh.
Line's good. Just clean. Just clean.
Oh. Shot.
It's up to you. Yeah.
Well, what do you got? Like, I don't.
Straight peel.
I think straight peel.
It's a teaser, and I don't think you want to be teased into going after the one in the house.
Off.
Wait.
No.
No, you're right.
Brian Fry. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Wow. How do you do that?
Yeah, it's tough to do. Early enough, you could throw another corner on top of that guard. I'm going to split the house early. I'm a little surprised.
You might be just thankful.
Well, yeah.
That's true.
You might be just going.
A chance to sit
Wow,
too.
I'll take the 2 and we'll go an extra. If I can keep them separated.
I think that's light.
That's
like
low.
it's catching something too. Yeah, hard boys, hard.
You
Hard.
have a great ability,
I got
Ryan
you, hard.
Fry and Brad Jacobs, to make doubles, so they're trying to keep them even, and that's not easy at the back of the house.
We're there. Get ready.
Whoa, whoa, right here.
Get ready.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No, no, no.
Good.
Good.
The odds are people holding their breath.
The odds are still against the deuce here because they can hit and roll a little bit. There's going to be an angle at some point for Jacobs, who's a wonderful hitter, to make that double to win.
Ryan Fry.
Oh.
He jumped this over.
Close. Yep.
No, no. Roll it, roll it, roll it.
No.
Should we stay on the inside?
Chance to play a little freeze. You won't be sitting 2, but you'll get an angle that will protect this one and prevent a double.
Freeze it. Yeah.
So you can see the Morris team getting up backs against the clock wall, as it were. But they still have 2 90-second timeouts available.
A little bit.
No, no, no. It's
The
good.
clock
It's good.
does not run while the rock is traveling down the ice. It's thinking time.
Middle top.
Over there. Oh, we're there. We're there.
Whoa. It's got a curl. Right off. Come on. Curl. Right off. Getting better. Whoa.
Wait,
Wait,
no,
there,
Lane, line's good.
no bounce. There. No bounce.
Girl. Girl. Hit.
Let it all go.
Try to bounce that over there. Middle.
Half rock.
Straight double, eh?
Okay.
Just aren't taking
half rock
quite-
would easily go.
always a little too much, eh? A little too much ice there.
Thick half.
Spectacular weight, but now they're going to actually, with the big weight, they can run it onto the red one with very little risk of jamming and then roll closer to the other yellow. Maybe even make the double.
Jacobs is first. Now they're called on. Bang, off of one. Look at this. Oh! Brad Jacobs and the shot of a Canadian champion.
Just a great example of how precise you have to be on those draws. You can't leave that kind of shot, but brilliantly made.
And great line call. You know, it's Ryan Fry's shot got him into trouble, but then his line call to draw that across was terrific.
There's that emotion I talk about. They live on the edge a little bit, but calmed right down.
He's parked it now. I mean,
calmed right down, ready for his next shot.
Yeah,
That's the difference now.
That heart rate comes down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Well, externally it does.
That's right.
Internally it's coming out of his chest.
Okay, boys, right on it. Line's good. Room.
So it was interesting,
Whoa,
too,
it's got a curl, boys,
on that
spot.
shot. Did you notice, Russ, the Harden brothers, Ryan and EJ, were just sort of going along with it, and then Ryan saw it start to jump on him, and they had that momentary, they weren't right there.
Yeah.
I'm not nitpicking, but, you know, the guys usually stay right on top.
Valid point, because you can't wait too long on a shot like that. It had to be exactly hitting in the perfect spot, and it was.
Makes this one a lot easier. Freeze is not perfect. Even if it was these days, people can blast them out. There's lots of room to get this one away from the red.
Make this go away.
Late.
Final stone for Jacobs here in 10.
Late.
The Hardens right with this all the way down. And out it goes. Brad Jacobs will keep pace with Kevin Martin. wins his 5th in a row. John Morris drops to 3-2.
Everyone back home, Mom.
Make the final 8-6. And if you're one of those teams at 3 losses or 2 losses, this is what you need to happen. You need a team to come back a little bit, and now by a game, John Morris has fallen back to the pack. 1 game remains on the ice. Howard McEwen will wind it up when we come back.
It's now time for today's secret word. The secret word is steal. Go to finaln.ca and enter this word for your chance to win. The 2013 Tim Hortons Roar of the Rings is brought to you by Ford, proud partner of the Canadian Curling Association for 20 years, by Scotties Facial Tissue, Scotties, the perfect touch, and by World Financial Group, creating a better tomorrow for families today. WFG.
Brad Jacobs, John Morris, quietly. Oh, then there's that 4-4 for Jacobs. If you thought it was all over, then that steal of 2 and 8 got him close. But 2 great shots, particularly the first by Jacobs, that crossed the ring double. It leads us to our game story, a 5th win for Brad Jacobs.
It was 4 and 8 where there was kind of crazy things. Morris called a tough shot for Jim Cotter at the end of 4 and wasn't made, and that left the 4. But in 8, then Jacobs gave it right back wide on a tap for 2. Nice numbers though for Brad Jacobs, and you're right, another big win.
Now the game story brought to you by M&M Meat Shops, frozen food at its best. How good was this, Russ?
Unbelievable. First of all, he throws it so straight and so hard, but it's Ryan Fry that impresses me. He knew exactly where it had to be hit. This hits every bit of that yellow one.
So what you've got now are the 2 teams. Martin Jacobs are 2 games clear on the loss column. John Morris comes back, sits now with Mike McEwen. Jeff Stoughton, big win for him today to stay at 3 losses. Glenn Howard trying to stay there too. And that's the game that's on the ice, the only remaining game on this Wednesday afternoon. Howard, McEwen in a 5-5 tie. Howard does have the last rock, playing the Red Stones as we play 3rd rocks here in this 10th. And he'll spin that McEwen stone out. There is the one long corner that's covering the 8-foot.
Threw the right weight.
You did. I'd like to see you hit a little thicker.
Oh, right there was good.
It's been a funny kind of end. The ticks were made, and that was a great advantage. But, for example, that Yellowstone got pushed over. But there was a series of guards that Mike McEwen was trying to position to make a double peel hard. Maybe jam something, leave something out front. And guard after guard, they were heavy.
Yeah, and they swept a lot of them, too. I don't know if it's getting a little greasier or it's just adrenaline or... And Mike's first one in 9 cost him big time, too. He's a little heavy on the freeze. Just a hair, just enough to give Glenn the double. And advantage Team Howard coming home.
You got room.
So that little guard that got ticked earlier out in front is being used now. It's the only thing he's got to draw around.
Line's good. Line's really good, guys. Full 8.
So the idea here is to half bury it and hope there's an error and that makes the guards a little closer to the ring.
Go. Keep it going, Denny. Keep it going. All you got.
Well, they decided to go right in with this one.
That's good. That's good. Good shot.
Just want to make sure it's buried.
Job done. Glenn has to peel the guard. And Michael draw for 2 somewhere or possibly guard it, depending on where he decides to go. And it's shrinking the scoring area a little bit.
Put it on the center line. It's not in the way of his draw anyways.
No.
I mean, not remotely.
No, well, I know, but it's the best place to put it.
So
you make him fill the outside.
Mike McEwen and BJ Neufeld already just trying to decide where to put their last stone. For Glenn Howard, if you weren't with us last night, really did give one away to Kevin Martin, giving up the 4 in 9. And for him to try and bounce back after what he called was his worst loss ever.
Shot.
And timeout now is being called by this McEwen side out of the Fort Rouge Curling Club in Winnipeg.
I was thinking initially right here. I think so. That's what I would, right there is what I would say. I think right here, eh?
What's the...
Sure. This... No, I like this.
What's the philosophy here, Russ, in terms of putting a stone? It's,
I like this, I think.
as Coach Chris Neufeld comes to the ice.
The ring's a bit smaller if he decides to draw. And if he hits it...
The other option's right here. Can't be here.
No.
And he just rolls into that.
I think so.
I think you want to give him a kind of an either-or, right?
And if he decides to draw, his rings are a bit smaller.
Right here.
Yeah, I think so, Mike.
Chris, a former Brier winner back in 1992 with Vic Peters.
That's basically two options, Vic. And do you want Glenn to draw or do you want him to hit? He's going to have both options because the rock that is in play isn't that close. But you could put this one up here, and it makes Glenn's draw a little tougher, and he might elect to hit and roll. If you put it off to the side rock, this one I drew here, Glenn might, if it's close enough to 4 foot, hit it, and then he has to stay against the deuce.
Hair less than that, to be honest. It's a little less.
Yeah.
If there's a tricky spot, side of the 4 foot, and you can trick him into throwing the hit, and then that would make some sense. But I've curled that guy a couple times, and it's a pretty good chance he's going to draw unless this is half in the 4 foot.
Now, they said they wanted to give him a teaser, one of those where he thought for a moment about whether to draw or whether to hit. So you're just trying to get into his mind a little bit and maybe plant some doubt.
Sure.
Hey, T-line, guys.
Yeah. No.
Line's fine.
I would say no.
Line's okay. It's T.
On the left, you've got Matt Wozniak.
Line's
on the
okay.
right,
Just to my
Denny
room.
Neufeld. Brother
Line's
BJ
nice.
managing the house.
Tweak a bit more.
Yep.
And right to the side, right where they put the brush down. So it'll be Howard facing 2.
Shot, Mike.
There you go. Mike
figured he'd draw.
McEwen, the young McEwen team guessed properly because
Well, he
that's
did as good as
pretty
he could do
close.
there.
There's the answer. Pretty close to the button. Glenn still is going to ignore it. The ice is good. He's got 2 good brushers. He feels this is an easier option than playing the hit. You can't roll very far on that hit.
Good, eh? Like 5-ish, that's 5-ish stuff, eh?
Full 4 foot is what he needs for the single to win to keep himself alive.
Okay. Go, Skipper.
He's not playing to backing this week so far. The intern draw is his better draw. Is it usually, Russ?
They're both usually pretty close, but yeah, I would say he'd favor the intern a little bit more.
Final stone drawing against a couple. Needs full 4.
Gotta go.
Line's good.
Brent Lang on the left.
Running the good line.
Craig Saville on the right.
Really gotta go.
Wayne Maddaw got to go.
Line's
They say
good.
they
You're
got to
right on line with the
go.
button.
Hard.
Got to go. Listen to the crowd here. Got to go. Needs full 4 for the win. Full 4, and there it is. What a game as he puts it on the lid and keeps himself alive, and a big bounce back after he gave that win away last night against Kevin Martin. Make the final 6-5 Howard over McEwen.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it. Great comeback, boy. So that great goal.
He's still in the game at 2-3, as is McEwen now, who drops to a 3rd loss. Stoughton at a 3rd loss. And the combinations, they're all playing each other on the final 2 days. And then John Morris, of course, loses a 2nd. That's what those teams at 3 losses need. They need Morris to come back to potentially force tiebreakers. Next time the men will be on the ice is tomorrow evening, 7:30 Eastern, TSN. And look who it is. Martin against Jacobs. This game likely will decide first place. And remember again, no page playoff. Just 1, 2, and 3 teams. The first place team will go right through to the final. When we're back with you at 7:30 Eastern, and make a note, TSN 2, Jennifer Jones against Rachel Hope. It's the Scotties final all over again. the reigning Canadian champion, home and against the 4-time winner, Jones. That's when we join you tonight. What an event this is. The Tim Hortons. It's the roar of the rings on Canada's sports leader, TSN.